Welcome to Cranky Live, the show where bold minds meet real talk. This isn't your average sports or news show. It's where we break down sports, culture, and controversy with facts, fire, and fearless honesty. Here, truth cuts through the noise and hype gets exposed. From football to track and field, from world issues to local debates, we ask the tough questions, speak without fear, and go deeper than the headlines. We don't follow the crowd, we set the trend. While others recycle the same tired takes, we bring fresh insight, unfiltered analysis, and bold perspectives. No echo chambers, no puppet talk, just real conversation for people who think for themselves. Listen with your brain, not just your ears. Think critically, question boldly, and speak freely. This is Cranky Live, where reason rules the mic and truth always win. Come on, let's get into it. Good evening again. Good evening again. Yes, it is evening again. I'm back. This is your host, Cranky, and this is the Cranky Live podcast. We're going to talk some football, and we're in a fight now. Earlier was a reaction video. This is more of getting your perspective, talk Reggae Boyz football, or perspective on the upcoming qualifiers. Who do you want to see in the team? Things of that nature. Reggae Boyz football. That's what we want to do. We're not into any confrontation in this get together. It's all about what's up. Bless up, Flash G. Thanks for joining. And those of you in the chat. And as you come in, people, I'd appreciate if you sort of hit the like button. You know, so I haven't called it out a lot nowadays like I used to. But if you could hit the like button, it'd be a good thing. And I want to take a lot of calls, actually, about this. You know, there's been a lot of conversation about the football. More recently, in terms of the players, their forms, or lack thereof, who is scoring, who's not scoring, who's giving assists, who's getting playing time. All that's there. Odell, bless up, 1-1. Hey, 1-1, isn't it late? 1-1, isn't it about like 12 o'clock? I know people in the UK seem to have different clocks there. And I have friends in the UK, they be up at 3 o'clock in the morning and they go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how they do it. Maybe because I'm a little bit seasoned, so it doesn't work for me anymore. But I seem to have some voice problem, people. Maybe I talk too much. But it's and by the way, I want to say something. I'm always going to do the shows nowadays about this, which is I was going to say our prize, but I don't know how we think about that, right? So our support, I'm not getting beaten, you know. Our support goes out to people in Jamaica who are going through a very difficult time. Not everybody. I just talked to a friend of mine this evening who came by, and he was saying he was in Jamaica. He was in Montego Bay before the earthquake. He went to Kingston. I think he stayed at Altamont Court, which is behind the Pegasus. And he was saying that it was fine. It wasn't an issue for him. But expressing some of his concern and support for those who are there. He's back in the U.S. now. And as I've said, the diaspora has really rallied to get supplies out to those in need. And I think we'll continue to do so. I know Dennis Shipping. You know, when we have adversities, you know, some people do really well. It's like when you have the pandemic, some people do really well. And if you own Dennis Shipping in times of tragedy, you provide a good support, but you're doing well. Because between the barrel you buy and the barrel you ship or whatever you ship, and enough of them people. I was at Dennis Shipping yesterday. They came by my house this morning for a couple of barrels. And it's a lot of barrels. Cheese, a lot of barrels. But it's for a good cause. And we hope the most important thing is we hope they take a week to ship. So if you put your barrel in today, like I did, it doesn't ship till next Wednesday. Hopefully get there timely because a lot of the barrels are about clothes and food. And hopefully that gets done sooner versus later. Thank you, Rocky. I appreciate it. Yeah. No, we're not talking about a rant today. Rant done. We're focused on other things. And as I was saying the other day, I was talking to some friends of mine in England, and they're doing so much. I mean, time and effort to garner supplies sent to Jamaica. So it is very important, people. As I say in Jamaica, every little make a muckle. It's an old saying. I'm dating myself, but every contribution, I'm sure, hopefully gets to the right hands, will help out those in need. And I can't imagine, because I've been really thinking about this. I cannot imagine. Okay, you guys imagine this. I'm gonna talk to football people, but I gotta talk about this. Imagine you being a vendor, right? You're a vendor. That's your only livelihood. You're a vendor, and you have supplies, right? You live in a house. It may be a board house. It may not be a concrete house, and that's not all vendors. I'm just saying in general. And you have all your supplies, and you live from paycheck to paycheck because you build up an inventory, and you have some at home, and you have some at your stall, and it's all gone. I cannot imagine where you go from there. And people like, oh, we're a people, we're resilient people. It's nice to say that, frankly. I mean, you're in your nice house and comfortable, and we are a resilient people, but it ain't pretty. Damn, it's not pretty. I cannot imagine that. I try to imagine myself in that situation. What would I do? I don't know. I know some people are saying people are robbing them. At least they're not shooting them. Give support, but I'm not supporting taking something by force from someone. You can ask them, and I'm sure people would give. I was talking to somebody today in Kingston. They're like, they haven't heard from their family in Westmoreland. They have to go down there, and I was like, be careful. Be careful in terms of travel, wires that are down on the road, coupled with where you go, know where you're going, and go with a group, and try to make sure that you're safe first. But also, it's important to go find your relatives. Yeah, I mean, I don't think higher. If you move to higher floor, and it may have been better being on the lower floor. It depends on where you are. Did you have flooding, or was your roof torn off? Right. A friend of mine, she has a house in. You guys may know White House in Westmoreland, a really nice neighborhood actually. A lot of nice houses, and family members live there. And she was showing me pictures. So our house is about 30 feet from the sea, but it's those reefs. It's high reefs. And she showed me before and after pictures. And she had like the whole solar. She had everything, right? Generator, solar. She told me the generator got totally displaced. The solar is gone. She got to buy new solar panels. But she was saying that, and she sent me the pictures today. Her yard is all the rocks that were at the seaside, people. The water took all the rocks and put it in her yard. Like if you look at it before and after picture, where her yard was vegetation, it's green, it's nice looking. Luckily, her roof, most of it was tiled out, right? So in Jamaica, some people put tile on the roof. Some people want that nice, optically pleasing roof, so they put the nice, like we used to have on our roof in St. James, which is now gone. A part of it's gone, but her roof was fine. She had a small piece where she had roofing there, which was not either concrete or tile. But I'm telling you, if you look at her yard, people, you'd think that is a cement factory where they put bricks. There are bricks everywhere, like everywhere. You think somebody just take them up and load them and dump them there. That's how powerful that thing was. So, and I was talking to her about, is she going to put by the solar? And she said, yeah. She already contacted the guy. She's going to buy the solar. I think it'll cost her in total about $4,500, $5,000, because she's saying she's only paying like a couple of dollars in Jamaica for electricity when she has her solar panels. So now she's gonna do it again, and she's gonna probably get another generator, because the one she had, I think, probably got destroyed. So yeah, people are going through difficult times. It's costing a lot of money. It's very expensive. But I'm not concerned about those who may have their house and the solar panel get this. I'm concerned about those people who, like the lady I mentioned today, who her house was just hucks. Those. There are a few walls. There's nothing. Everything out you can see in plain view. And her kid and her mom was sitting on something outside. It's just very, very sad, actually, and very, very disconcerting, to be honest. And imagine, where do you shower and where do you do other personal stuff? Like, where do you do anything? It's crazy, and frankly, not fair. And frankly, doesn't make any sense to me. And I hear a lot of people are praying, and you got to do what you got to do, but I'm not one of them. I'm just gonna do what I can do, and hopefully you'll do the same. And if you have the ability, financially, otherwise, or physically, to be able to help, and I see Shaggy on, I think it was on NBC on the station talking about this. People like him are doing a great job of trying to help. So if you can help, please do so. It's appreciated. So let's jump into the football. So I'm here to talk more about the upcoming Reggae Boyz, the final window in the World Cup qualifier. Jamaica has its best chance ever to qualify for the World Cup. I think even better than '98, given the competition in '98 and the quality of the opponents. And we had to play like team like the US and Mexico. When I was in Washington, we beat Mexico. We draw with the US 1-1. Best time ever, probably best event I've went to, sporting event, and I've been to a lot of them, including number of matches and London Olympics, but probably the best I've felt after a game, even though we drew. We didn't even win that game because it was awesome. But we played 2 games. The first game, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Trinidad and Tobago. And if we think about the zone, each team in the zone, apart from Bermuda, can still qualify, right? Each team can still qualify. And we're going to say, well, how should they qualify? They can qualify. They can qualify directly, or they can qualify via the playoff round. Them qualifying directly, though, is very, very, very difficult. Not going to say it's impossible, but it's difficult. Because it would mean that, obviously it would mean that Jamaica and Curacao wouldn't qualify. But it's going to be very difficult for Trinidad to qualify. But they have a chance still. It's not totally hopeless at all. And let me try this so I can pull this up. It's going to be interesting to see how that works out. See if I'm pulling up the right. I'm not sure I'm putting up the right one. I think this is it. Okay. So this is the standing. As most of you, if all of you don't know already. And as you can see from these standings, in our zone, look at the other zone before we go to our zone. I mean, it's crazy. In our zone, there's some distance between the top 3 teams and Bermuda. They have no points. But in the next zone, you can see it's all mixed up. People are drawing games. They're not winning games. The top 2 teams there have no losses, but they only have 6 points. So Panama was in a difficult situation. They only had 2 points from 2 games. Now they tied with Suriname. But look at the Jamaica zone, whereby if Jamaica draw the next 2 games, and then Suriname Curacao probably go through, because if they beat Bermuda, which they should, they'll have 11 points. Then Jamaica, if they draw 2 games, they'll have 11. And then they draw with Jamaica, they'll have 12. Now, if Trinidad win both games, so they beat us, they beat Bermuda, and then they hope that we draw with Curacao, they would also have to get a result from Curacao, Bermuda. So they would hope Curacao draw with Bermuda, Jamaica draw with us, they beat us, then we'd have 10 points. Curacao would have 10 points, and they would have 11 points. So they still mathematically are in it. Now, regardless of what happened, if we beat Curacao, we're in the World Cup. But if we beat Trinidad, we're still not there, because then we would have 12 points. Curacao would have 11 from beating Bermuda. But if Curacao beat us at home, then they will go through. We would still probably in the playoffs, given how the other zones are set up, with 11 points. With 12 points, but we don't want that, right? So if Curacao win their next 2 games, they're in the World Cup. That's how they got to think about it. We got to think about it. If we win our next 2 games in the World Cup, and even if we lose to Trinidad, if we beat Curacao, we're in the World Cup. So it's a really interesting setup, given the permutations there and what that entails. And, the loss against Curacao for us was big, Because if we had drawn with Curacao, we'd have 10 points, and they would have had 7 points, right? And then it would be a different story. They'd have to beat Bermuda, and if we draw with Trinidad, that'd be a different story. But anyway, it is what it is. Well, no, I mean, you always gotta look at the permutations and the iterations here and figure out what can happen because, frankly, anything can happen. We're not great at home. Let's be honest. We beat Trinidad at home, but if you watch the game objectively, we weren't great. We scored 2 goals. They weren't goals we scored because we broke down the defense. And frankly, we probably had better chances. We did have better chances against Curacao than we did against Trinidad. When we played Curacao, remember we scored a goal by King, which was a goal, and they took it away from him. Nicholson had a really good chance he missed. Somebody else missed another really good chance. King missed a header. K-Roy missed a header. We had chances against Curacao. They had one good chance in the box where the player slipped, but they didn't create a lot of chances. They scored one goal where Blake looked like he didn't wake up yet. I know he gets perturbed when people bring that up because he's been brilliant for Jamaica, and we agree with that. But gotta call for what we see it. Still don't know why Blake didn't dive. So it's not like they dominated us. They were better in the first half, but in the second half, they weren't there. They were at sea. The problem that we face, though, is our players are not getting game time. So, it's not the best situation. Not the best. Bless up float management. Tuffy says we don't have to rely on anyone and win last game. But the ball is round, people. We played Cuba at home. That's the one game I was etching in my mind. They had 10 men. We had the Antonios and the Baileys and the Grays of the world and Palmers of the world. We couldn't break them down. Couldn't. And Cuba is not a great side. So anything is possible. But if we draw, the Curacao game is the game. We got to beat Curacao. And we hope all our players, even though they're not playing, if they're not playing, they shouldn't be injured, right? They seem to get injured when they're not playing a lot of football. I hope they don't get injured this time around. It's not a good thing. Bless up Jason Gunnar TV. And by the way, people, you should go over to Jason Gunnar TV and subscribe to his channel. Jason Gunnar does provide a lot of analytics and stats. Even though we've been told stats doesn't matter. Why do I keep doing this? But he does provide a lot of analytics and does analyze stats. He does it very thoroughly and in-depthly. So, yeah. But I was told that stats don't matter anymore. We're misusing stats, so I don't want to use stats anymore. So that's the setup, people, in terms of Group B and where we are. We beat, and we've only given up 2 goals, That's the 2 goals to Curacao. So defensively, we have been good. But then again, we have played Bermuda twice, even though Bermuda scored twice against Curacao in Curacao. Now, is Nagy Wells and all those players going to come for Bermuda? They may just experiment because they're out of it. So we don't know. We don't know. They have no chance to qualify. Nah, I'm not going to the game. I have some issues with my doctor, my eye, actually. I had an operation, and I can't go into the details, but let's just say, that's why I take AI with me everywhere. AI is not my doctor because my doctor, I'm gonna put it XXX. My eye just mess up one of my eyes, people. Man promised me 20/20 vision. I mean, I'm barely see. But anyway, we get into that tonight. Flash says, Cranky, my thoughts are the team selection for the Curacao match we played is why we're where we are. Elaborate, Flash G. Elaborate. Yeah, I went to an ophthalmologist, and he talked a good game to Jason Gunnar. He talked a good game. Talked a good game, like really good game. I did my research, but he talked a good game, and damn talker. What do you mean, Jack Drummonds? It's not being sarcastic. It's a fact. Sarcastic is the way I'm trying to undermine. No, I'm not trying to. I'm just saying. I was told that stats are overrated. And maybe AI is also overrated. But anyway. Trevor G said, Cranky, should we take a chance and let Reed and Hayden only play no more than 60 minutes to protect them from injury for the last game? You know what? That's an interesting perspective, Tuffy Rudy. I don't think we'll do that, though. Because if we beat Trinidad, we only have to draw with Curacao. What we don't want to do is go into the last game and have to beat Curacao. We don't want to do that. So if we draw with Trinidad, it depends on how many goals Curacao scores against Bermuda. We probably should have scored more against Bermuda. But actually, that's not the case. If we draw with Curacao, if we draw with Trinidad, we have 10 points. Curacao beat Bermuda, we'll have to beat Curacao. So it looks like we're going to come down to us have to beat Curacao. Right? Yeah, but I don't think Tougher they're going to really restrict anybody. They're just trying to win the games. They got to win 2 games. Oh, you're talking about Ian Frey, right? I think that's what you're talking about. I think the biggest issue for us in the game, we didn't have Hayden. I think if we had Hayden, Curacao game's a bit different game. We had no one in the midfield to control play, to take the ball off the defense and progress the ball up the field. We had none of that. Ian Frey was playing all over the place. Ian Frey's a good player, was all over the place. He wasn't playing the CDM role. And I heard somebody says Hayden doesn't play CDM for Jamaica. I can't argue with you because I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, Lord, help us, please. The octopus need to go back to where the hell he came from. Know what you're talking about. Octopus predicted. So what's your team, people? So we're going to think about the 23, right? Think about the 23 and try to pick out 23. That's important. So I came up with my 23, which I'm going to put on the board. I'm not even going to create any suspense. Maybe I do a little bit first, actually. I'm having some throat problem. I'm going to have to cut this program short. My throat is killing me. I know he's a right back, but I'm sure the coach was told he was a midfielder. Here's the problem we have, people. And it's too late to talk about this. By the way, people, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. You have to like this show. There's no drama. It's good. It was just going to roll along. So Ian Frey is a good footballer. Has had 2 ACL injuries, which is not good. Plays in a good Miami team. Plays with some star but older players who are in their last leg. But he's a good player, but he's not the most athletic player. And I think in that game, him not playing CDM on a continuous basis showed because he was all over the place. There was nobody playing in that role to direct traffic, which is very important. To take the ball off the right or left back, to take the ball off the center half, to spread the center half wide and him going between to force the defense to make decisions. To sometimes play the ball through the lines over the top and stretch the field. We didn't have any of that. We didn't have that in that game. And that's unfortunate because you do need that actually quite a bit. Now you can't. It's like people saying Campbell not good. You can't judge people off a very small sample size. If there are some players who play for Jamaica, some people say Palmer are good, and Palmer has mixed reviews in his time with Jamaica. There are some players, though, when they come, some people say Hayden are good, or Hayden only play backward pass. Those people, I find it hard to engage with because they don't understand the role of a CDM. They just don't. Not going to say they're idiots. Not going to say anything negative about their thoughts. It's their perspective, which I disagree with. But I think Hayden understands the role. He's been playing the role at a high level. And even though he's gone on in age and he had an ACL injury and he may not have the athleticism he did before, he's still a very good player. So what's the deal with Amari and Greenwood? I think Hutchinson is in an interesting place for him. I won't spend a lot of time on him, but except to say he has to make some decisions. He's not getting to England. He can't even get to Nottingham Forest, but get to the England team. And unlike Jamaica, you ain't getting England team unless you're playing football. Even Lewis Kelly must be nervous now because Nkapie is taking his game which was already taken by Califury. And Tuchel was asked that question the last time and basically inferred that, you know what, if you ain't playing, can't take you. So at the end of the day, the question is what's going to happen to that player? But back to the Jamaica thing, we don't have that luxury. Our players are not playing. The one question will be for the coaches, Rico Henry has his citizenship, but hasn't been called. Will he get called? And you'll see what my 23 look like to see if I consider him. But he has a citizenship. He's available. It's my understanding he wants to come. So I don't know. With Greenwood, I'm not sure if Greenwood even knows what he's doing, to be honest. And nobody knows with Greenwood. It's silence, deadly silence. Not a good look. The player may not want to play. The player may just look. When you've been to the drama the player's been through, the trauma and drama, you may just play some club football and not be worrying about, the case being brought up again. You come to Jamaica, it's going to be brought up again, and the travel and the hassle. And who knows if his handlers believe it's in his best interest to play for Jamaica. Right? So we don't know. So we have to just leave that alone and move on. If he comes, he comes. If he doesn't come, he doesn't come. Here, Rudolph Speed says, if he comes the night before that they have a chance to register him, they're going to register him. Which is, he's talking about the World Cup, not even the qualifiers. If we beat Trinidad, we only need a draw. Yeah, well, yes. But if we beat Trinidad and we lose, we're out, right? Because then they would have 14 points. That's Curacao. And we're all assuming that Bermuda won't play its best team. People like Nagy Wells would probably stay where he is and not come. And that makes it difficult for us. He's a decent player. Flashy says, Cranky, another policy in my management was this: instead of forcing a win, they do it. Yeah, look, I do think there's a lot to consider for the coach. I am. This is gonna sound bad. Here I go again. I am people. We have 140 people watching and 56 likes. Like, really? Come on, people. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And I've stayed away from talking about subscribing and all that stuff of late. I'm very much focused on just carrying out, be very disciplined in talking about the football. One says, Bermuda are awful. Can I expect to stop Curacao scoring goals? Their center backs are worse than people I see. Yeah, I think 1-1, you know what really caught my eye 1-1? And people, don't beat me on this. I have to mention this. When Cephas had the ball, I think it was in the Jamaica game at home, at half line, and he went inside and the right back was outside. And I was thinking, what are you doing? What are you really doing? I mean, you can't play defense like that. You push the man down the wing and you hope you get some help. You can't make him go inside and somebody has to come up and cover, and then what happens? It was very disappointing to see that. Well, not disappointing. It was disappointing to see how bad he played defense, but good for us because something good come out of it. Somebody says to call up Ravel for what? What do you mean call up Ravel? Ravel is not in the thoughts of the Jamaica Football Federation or the coach. He's not even in the thoughts, much less get called up. That ain't happening. There's no way. I mean, having had some conversation when I was in Jamaica with some people, some people don't rate Ravel. Forget about bringing him no, they don't. Just don't rate him. They believe his time has come and passed. So I don't think he's a consideration at all, not even a little bit. So I would not be considering Ravel if I were you. If I were you, I'd be thinking about other players. Now, I did think about, you hear me talk quite a bit about Tyrese Hall. And even though I think there's no way in hell he's getting called, I think part of the reason that the coach will probably want to call him because he's viewed as somebody, maybe one of the next big thing in England. And why would his coach want to call him? Don't. He doesn't want to call him. No way he wants to call him. I don't think so. You know, when he first came, he was talking about young players want to play for England. That's right. He sort of tried to change his tune, and people may think that the Carter Martin situation substantiate that view. I don't think so. By the way, people, it's my Balanced View channel. If you like things other than sports, please subscribe. I do have 2 videos there. One on the election that just concluded for Virginia, California, New York. I'm advertising now. And New Jersey, and then one talking about AI. So go and watch the videos, people. Number of people have been watching my AI video, actually, which is good. So let's go back to Henry says, if the coach keeps picking players on what he thinks the Jamaican public and wants to the best players. Yeah, no, I don't trust him. I don't trust him because I don't think he's good enough to be trusted. I don't trust him because he may do something nefarious, which he may. But I think he's trying to protect his reputation and trying to enhance his reputation, so he want to manage that. I just don't trust him because I don't think he's good enough. I'll be honest. Now, the squad is going to be announced on Saturday at 11 a.m. at the JFF. I think this thing's at headquarters in Jamaica. So that's the squad announcement. So the squad is going to be announced in a couple of days. So it's not that far away to know what the squad is. I'm going to try to pick my squad. I don't think it's that complex to pick the squad for Jamaica anyway. If you played in the previous window and you did well, you're going to be in the squad. That's how it works. And that's how it seemed to work to me anyway. So I would expect that that's the case. I don't think any, when I first started talking about this in August, and by the way, my sources have dried up. I think the JFF have dried up my sources. Yes, Christopher Wisdom. I'll talk out loud. I did vote for Mandani, I should say. Mamdani. She's messing his name up like the Attorney General. Yes, I voted. I voted right down the Democratic slate. I'll say that loud. I didn't consider anybody else. In fact, some slate didn't have the Republican on it. That's what Democratic New York is, and I'm one of them. So yes, I did vote. No, that's come on, guys. One said nobody did well except for Whisper. Doing well against Birmingham does not count. Yeah, I think one it's an interesting observation, whereby against. If you notice this with when Whisper came on, even though he's only playing for the under-21 at Chelsea, I was very impressed with his arrogance. And not arrogance in a bad way. I like footballers to have arrogance. Like, you know what? You can't come close to me. I can totally destroy you if you come close to me. You can't take the ball from me. I'm going to go where I want to go on the field, and you can't do anything about it. Even though he only got about 10 minutes, that arrogance was very evident. And the question that arises is, how much playing time will he get in these 2 games, and who will start, right? So we're going to go to the squad that I think is going to be picked, and then we'll probably think about starting lineup. Kind of be early to talk about it, but yeah. Wait, let me come back to that, Odell. We'll come back to that. It's a good question, Odell. Let me just put this. Urquhart says, Michael Woodburn, how do you know them? Oh, no, we're not talking about her. Yeah, I think it will actually, Flash G. It's going to be interesting. Totally agree with you, Rich Toy. I agree. So Oda said, Cranky, if you're a landlord and he's stabilizing rent, isn't that against you? No. So rent stabilization is normally for properties 6 stories or more. And that's why in New York, you'll see a property that's 6 stories selling for like $1 million, when a comparative 2-family or 3-family sells for $1 million, which is really interesting because the rent is stabilized in a lot of those properties, and therefore you can only charge but so much or increase it by so much. But if you own a 3-family, sometimes 4-family homes, you don't have to necessarily worry about that as much. That's different. So the lesson: don't own properties over 4 families. So yeah, he can only stabilize rent so much. But it's going to be mainly a lot of, as you know, a lot of New York properties are over 6 stories, but there are a lot under 6 stories, 3 families, 2 families, 4 families. So mainly the 6 families and above are the ones who just rent stabilized. And yeah, and people can't give them away, to be honest. So they can't give them away. Seriously, people, they can't give them away. Because nobody wants to buy a property where, I understand the dilemma, and probably say, yeah, Cranky, that's why you don't care I do care, but as a landlord, I do care. But the problem that you have is this, and I don't want to digress too much from the football, is that your bills keep going up, your electricity, your insurance, your water, if your tenant not paying those, your taxes, especially your taxes, since the state and city are the ones raise the taxes, your property taxes, and then your rent can go up correspondingly, so you're at a loss. And there are people in Manhattan, people living in apartments where they're probably paying about $1,500, $2,000 a month since their family got from the 50s, and the landlord could get $10,000 a month, and they're not moving out. Even the landlord probably offer them like $300,000, $200,000. They're not leaving. How are they gonna go? So anyway, we digress. We digress. But no, so I do think that it will be an interesting situation this window about who he calls. So here is my. I'm not gonna stay long this evening, people, because I was on for like 2 hours this afternoon, so I'll probably spend about an hour or a little bit over an hour. Here's my projected squad, and I'm gonna get beaten as usual, but it's about opinions, people. Can't be right or wrong. So I sat down today and tried to put up a squad. So if something is spelled incorrectly, don't beat me, or if a name is missing, don't beat me, because I was trying to rush to get it done, and then I got distracted by trying to respond on that reaction video. People, I need to get to 100 likes. I'm at 75. Come on, have some pity on the host. So here's my. So in the defense. Before I do that, actually, we're gonna do this. Let's all do this. Who do you think should be the 3 goalkeepers first? Put them down there, people, and then I'll put them up. And maybe I'll type mine in too. Then I come up with my squad. Who do you think should be the 3 goalkeepers, people? Let me know. Why is this so difficult? So this is, I had a team here. Put in your 3 goalkeepers, people. The last time we had goalkeepers, what was it that was missing? What's the 3 goalkeepers? Let's start with the goalkeepers. What's the 3 goalkeepers? We're going to go goalkeeper. We normally don't, because we don't really care, because we think Blake's going to be the goalkeeper, and anybody else don't matter. But just put, you can just put the last name. You don't have to type out the whole thing, because typing sometimes is a pain. What are your 3 goalkeepers? Let me see if my number is tied to yours. What are your 3 goalkeepers, people? Put them up. Blake, Wait, and anyone else. You don't really care. Same goes the last game. Okay, I think it was Blake, Wait, and Chambers last time. So we said Blake and Wait. Okay, fine. Who are your defenders? 8 defenders. Let me see your 8 defenders. Yeah, Tafari was on the list, actually. S-Technic. Who are your 8 defenders? We need 8 defenders, people. Let's put last names. We need 8 defenders. We're trying to pick the 23, not 26. We're doing 23. Let me know your 8 defenders. I'm saying 8, because I always think about 2 players for each position, except midfield. We don't have enough, so we don't put just 8. No, it's 23. So if you have 8 and 3, 11, right? And then say you have 7 in the forward lines, so that's 18. You only have 5 midfielders, so it can't be more than 8. Come on, Juras. Can't be more than 8. You have more than 8, that's not a good thing. So Odell says, I think you're missing one, Eddie. Odell, you're missing one. Yes, Pinnock, Lembakisa, Lay, Holgate, King, Rico, Frey. Pinnock, Lembakisa, Greg Lee. You're missing one, Odell. I know Bell is injured, but you're missing one still. You have other players to put in there. You put Frey in there. Frey was back and forth between midfield and defense last time. Big Ed says Frey, Dexter, Lowe, Pinnock, Holgate, King, Lay, Rico. That's interesting. I think I'm missing someone in my list, but we'll see. Frey, Dexter, Lowe, Pinnock. Oh, okay. I see what you have. Okay. So you have 8. That's interesting. Everybody agree with Big Ed's 8? Jack Drummond says Pinnock, Lowe, Mason, King, Lay, Rico. So everybody think Rico Henry gonna get called. That's interesting. That's interesting. You got his citizenship. Doesn't mean he's gonna get called. Flash G says Low, Frey, Pinnock, Lemby, Lati, Lay, Holgate. You're missing one, Flash G. Those are some of you leaving low. No, you have low in. You have Pinnock in, Holgate in, King in. Where is King, Flash G? You're missing King, Flash G. Trust me, you're missing King. Yeah, he didn't have no team. You think that really matters? Do you have to have team nowadays? Really? You gotta have no team. What if you have teams? Suppose you're trading on your own? Because I mean, let's think about it, people. Here I go again. I mean, Russell, Cephas, Dixon, Pinnock, Lowe. I don't know about Holgate. People say Holgate. They ain't getting no playing time. Pinnock playing in cup games. He ain't getting no game time. So if you're going to use against Lowe maybe be training on his own. He can run fast and do scrimmage. I know Lowe doesn't have a team. What does it mean? Cephas has a team. He ain't getting no game time. Neither is Dixon. Neither is Pinnock. He ain't getting no game time. Neither is Russell. Russell ain't get much game time. So I'm not going to use game time as a basis. Herga said, what's upset with Ravel? He's done, man. Can't run slow. Even he doesn't dominate for Jamaica. He's in special and he's old. Tyree Saul should get the call. Tyree Saul didn't get no call. I hate to say that. Aaron, Lambakiza, King, Low, Pinnock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Aaron's, I don't think Aaron's will have his papers though. He could if Jamaica called him and he comes down and get him in a day or two and get registered, but I doubt that's going to happen. He played today for Rangers. I think they lost 2-0, right? I do track these people. Lambakisa, King, Low, Pinnock, Holgate. Who are you missing, Nitro? Nitro is missing somebody. 2 people. He's missing Latibo Deer and Ian Frey. Interesting. The coach invites a new player every window. Yeah, where some players are injured. So Ian Frey came the last window. I don't think we have a new player this window. Can't see it. I know they have a team name, Henry, and train with the teammates, but people like Lowe is like Antonio. They don't get left out of squads. Oh, come on, Eagle Republic. People get injured. So 1-1 is a Ravel disciple like many of us. Ravel will not get called. Ravel is no longer on the radar. If Ravel get called, I'd be shocked. In fact, Ravel ain't getting called. There are people in decision-making authority who don't believe Ravel is at the level he needs to be in this team, even though Ravel is probably better than all the midfielders. Period. I know people like Hercott and others believe that we should move on from Ravel. But if Ravel is playing scrimmage ball on the corner, that means he's running a little bit. He's better than his midfielders. Sorry, he is. He just is. That's a fact. All right, so that's the defenders, people. So I think what's more consistent is we have a couple of mixers there. A lot of people have Rico Henry in. I don't think he's gonna get called. We have Lambakisa, we have Frey, we have King, we have Lowe, we have Holgate, we have Pinnock, we have Greg Lee. And why am I missing somebody? That's probably it, actually. I think that's the number that we see here. I'm gonna put up my list though. A lot of people don't have Lati. Why is that, people? Why Lati is not there? Let me know why you don't have Lati in your defense. By the way, I think Lati is our best defender, period. I actually believe that. I think Lati Badir is Jamaica's best defender, period. Bar none. Whether it's Pinnock or Lowe or King or Lamba or Greg Lee, I think Lati is our best defender. And frankly, defender in the context of he can actually handle the ball and he can stop people and he can cover people and he can cover gaps and he can read the game and he can progress the ball. I think he's the best defender. Big Ed says, take out Lowe, put in Lati. I think you should keep Lowe in and keep Lati in too. Isn't making enough game time for us to make that conclusion, though. I hear you. No, you know what? I rate Lati. I went to see Lati play was it Houston? We played against the US in the semifinal, and Lati was playing in the back three on the left. Lati was ridiculous. Go watch the game again, people. Lati was ridiculous. I mean, I've always appreciated Lati. You know, Lati played center half for the England. Was it England under 21 team that won the European trophy when they have all them Gibbs White and all those big ballers on it? Lati was the captain of that team. But I think Brewster once in. There are a few who didn't get to the highest level like Brewster and Lati. But Lati captain that team was a really good team. Was Bellingham in that team? They had a lot of good players in that team who are now well-known footballers. He's a very versatile footballer. But he was a captain and he played center half active in that team. He was a part of the center back pairing. Under 17 team, okay. Yeah, he was the captain and I was looking at the lineup the other day and was very surprised that a lot of those players went on to do really well. But him and Bruce and a few more haven't gone on at the highest level. Pinnacle and Low are best defenders. We know what we are going to get considered. No, Lati's better than them. I'm telling people. Jason Gunnar, let me hear your view on Lati. I think Lati's our best defender. Foden was in the team. Yeah, I think I might be mixing up Foden with Bellingham, but it was a very good team. Very, very good team. So you know Lati's a leader anyway. We all know Lati's a leader. And he's very versatile. He's not going to be... I mean, he plays CDM. People would think Lati's a midfielder. But frankly, yeah. And as we speak, somebody sent me the 11. So here's the 11 people. For that under 17 team that won the under 17 World Cup final. It was Brewster, play center forward. Hudson-Odoi, Hudson-Odoi is now at Nottingham Forest. Gibbs White, who's also at Nottingham Forest. McCatron, I don't know where he is. Oakley Booth, I don't know where he is. Goey, who is now at Crystal Palace and everybody wants him and he was supposed to go to Liverpool. Sessegnon, who is at Fulham. Panzo, I don't know where he is, and Anderson goal. And then we have Lati and Goey. So Mark Goey and Lati were playing the center half position. Foden's in there. The front three behind Brewster was Foden, Hudson-Odoi, and Gibbs White all go on to do really, really well, actually. I think the front three players did really well. The rest of them, Sessegnon is doing well. Maybe not as good, but it was a good team. Oh, Lord, why am I putting up your stuff? I'm not putting up any of your stuff anymore, Reggae Boyz blogger. You are very disrespectful, so I'm not putting up your stuff. You can do what you want to do. I'm going to tell you that right now. Very disrespectful. I'm going to say something to you people before I go further, but I'm not going to go off on a tangent today. Reggae Boyz blogger says he knew I wasn't smart because I said to, I hope there's some accountants in the crowd, because I said to Dennis Chung that the balance sheet and his financial statements didn't give me any good idea of where they were financially at this point in time. And he said, I know I wasn't smart because I made that statement. Now, those of you who are very familiar, I'm going to digress a little bit, people. It's very important to say this because some people understand this. When someone says they know you weren't smart when you said that, it's like some other person criticized me about something else. So here's my view on this. It's very important, people. Your balance sheet, for those of you who don't know, follow accounting, captures your assets you have now. So your house, your car, your land, your securities, and your liabilities, your credit card, where you hold the bank, whatever, at a point in time. So it's December 31st. It captures that. And also have your net worth. So you take your assets minus your liabilities, get net worth, and call it retained earnings, and your capital contribution. They're all there at a point in time. So let's say January 1st. Say come October, 10 months later, those numbers have changed, but they're not captured on the balance sheet if it's an annual balance sheet, right? They're not captured. You could have 10 months of activity. You could have gone bankrupt in that time. It wouldn't get captured unless they prepare one at that point in time. So when someone says, well, it doesn't really tell me anything at this point in time, because you've had 10 months worth of activities, so you have gone out, you've gotten contracts, you have done activities, you have incurred expenses, you paid travel, the team fly, go Curacao, whatever it is, all that has been accumulated to figure out how much money you have spent, how much money you have earned, to then change the balance sheet to a given number. When someone comes on and tell you you're not smart because you have said this, when you have done this for all your life at the highest level, and they say you're not smart because you've done that, you walk away saying you shouldn't engage with this person at all again. Stop engaging with them. First of all, they have no idea what they're talking about. And second of all, they're going to, in a public domain, trying to destroy your credibility and criticize your intellect and your knowledge when they're the one that know what they're talking about. It's very hard, people, to engage with these people. It's frustrating. You hear me get excited now? It's frustrating. When they don't know what they're talking about, but they espouse the view that they are experts. And they tell people and everybody believe them. It's just like when you hear Speed come on and saying to me that you don't know that FIFA auditors this and you go act like you know what they do. And I say, go look. That's why I say, go look at my resume. It speaks for itself. I don't have to go tell you anything. I don't have to go look at it and tell me if, as an auditor, if you think I could be able to do what FIFA auditors do. And in fact, most time people, they send more junior people. They may send a staff, they may send a manager or a senior manager to do those audits. And then the partner, a more senior person, is the one who look at everything. But anyway, we digress. I'm just making a point. Some people, I stop engaging with them. They're not good people. They're just not good people. Yeah, I'm going to go off on a tangent. You're not a good person. You're a troller. But anyway, let me keep going. Well, let's go back to the football, people. People, sometimes you have to explain these things because it's very important for persons who are in different disciplines and they don't understand these things. Because when some people come on and say something in the public domain as if they're experts and they're not, you get frustrated, especially when you know what you know and you know what you don't know. The person is Reggae Boyz blogger, whatever his damn name is, who was always trolling me in these things. So I'm not putting up any of his comments because I don't want to say anything. Let's keep going. So people, midfield. Who are the midfielders? We've gone through the defense. Someone said the defense we have so far is Rico or Ian Frey, is one of the two. Is Lemba Kisa. Is Damian Lowe. Well, sorta. Some people say Lowe, some say not. It's Holgate. It's Pinnock. It's Greg Lee. And it's King. Bell is injured, people, so be careful. Bell is injured. What was a player who came and played left back? I can't remember his name. I think he plays in the Europa League, one of those leagues, and he plays in. I forgot where he plays, but he may be a consideration actually. No one's mentioned him. He looked decent. I think he came on and played against Bermuda. Didn't he play against Bermuda for a short period? I think he did. So Drummond says for midfield, Hayden, Reed, Russell. Said maybe, maybe this is Drummond. Maybe Lambert, Latty, and Anderson. So you put in Latty in the midfield. I don't have Latty in the midfield. Remember the last time the coach had Latty in the defense and the people? Didn't have him in the midfield or no? Remember that? He had him in the defense. If we can remember that, people, if I can find that. He had him in the defense. He had him in the midfield. Now, it may just be semantics, to be honest. But I know he had him in the defense the last time. Not in the... I'm trying to see if I can find this thing. Let me see other midfielders. Flash G says Hayden, Palmer. Even you know why I'm laughing, people? Tell me why I'm laughing. Hayden, Palmer, Anderson, Reed. I think the four you mentioned are a given. Rebel disciples are not giving up. They will never give up. Rebel disciples are like, we don't care. You'll pick him anyway. We don't care what this coach says. We're going to pick our player. That's interesting. Flash G, Palmer is out. Yeah, Palmer got injured. I think he's out for like 2 months. Isn't he out till the beginning of next year or something? I think he's out. He's out for a bit. He's out for a bit. So we can't go Palmer because he's not going to be. He's injured. Dr. Dan, so I was doing audits. By the way, Dr. Dan, people, even though he's a medical doctor now, he was in financial services and he did audits. He says, the partner, where did you work, Dr. Dan? You work at Deloitte? Do you work in a big four firm? No, the partners I work with, Dr. Dan, they actually reviewed, even work certain files, not every file, but certain files, and the financial statements. And I worked with a lot of partners. And I was younger, much younger. Let me see. PwC and KPMG, good firms. They're big four firms, good firms. You know, it's kind of funny. When I was in school, I had an interview with most of the big 6 firms at the time. It was big 8 then. I'm dating myself. Except for PwC. I understand why they never picked my resume. I still haven't gotten over it all these years. 30 years later, I still don't understand they picked my resume. You know, Deloitte charmed me to death, sent me Christmas card, brought me into the World Trade Center. I almost got bombed out, but that's another story for another day. Cranky Palmer out Ravel. Okay, Flash G. So Flash G is Hayden, Reed, Anderson, Ravel. Ravel ain't get picked. Biggest. Let me go back to Floyd first. Floyd says Ravel, Hayden, Reed, Russell, Anderson, Lambert. So I'm curious, people. Okay, so I'm gonna have my team. That's your team. I'll pick my team. Biggest says Ravel, Russell, Anderson, Lati, Hayden, Reed. I'm missing something, people. I'm missing something. Why is it? Come on, people, get me to 100 likes. Why is it that so many fans? Is it that we don't know football? I'm curious. No, seriously, this is a serious conversation. And JFF, I know some of you watch this program, though you may admit that you do. People, there's some people watch my program. They will die first before they admit it, and then I see they're doing some stuff that I did that I smile about. But anyway, nothing wrong with copying because everybody does it, or most people does it. Why is it that all these fans, some of who have, most of them who have played the game, or some who have played at a very high level, why are they all saying Ravel, and then the people, the decision makers who have the authority are saying hell no? Can somebody please help me with that? Because I'm not that smart. Rabian said, take Jamaica for a joke thing. So I think Ravel shouldn't be in there, Rabian. Why so many Jamaicans think Ravel should be in it, and then people in decision says hell no? Maybe they have the same view as you, Ravel, that it's Joe for pick Ravel. If Ravel get picked, me stop the channel. I'm so confident I won't get picked. I agree with these people, JFF. No Ravel. What people? Most people saying Ravel, Henry. I'm confused. Yeah, I think we don't know anything about football. Lord Ravel Antel. Yeah, I agree. And by the way, for those people who say Ravel don't have not playing at a high level, then maybe talk to me about people who are practicing at a high level. Is practice at a high level count? Is practicing at a high level count? Because some people say practice at a high level on game time. No game time. So I don't know how it would make any difference for them versus somebody else. Because some people only practice at a game time. They're not playing at a high level. I'm trying to find a file and I can't find it, people. I don't know what I did with it. I should have thought about it earlier. He got skills but doesn't have the legs. So that some people go work for him. Some of our players have legs but they ain't using them. All right? Some players have legs but they ain't using the legs. They just playing. Not using the legs at all. Trying to find a file and I can't find it. CC, how you doing, sir?
Yes, me there, Cranky.
Yes,
Cranky, you know, sir. Right now, I realize it. Me gonna say something tonight, eh? Me think a lot of people are gonna run out and oh, what do you mean? Oh, you're gonna get. If we're carrying 3 strikers, Cranky, who would you drop?
What do you mean? I have my team now, so we can't tell that. We can't. Yeah, my team. We can't tell that.
Yeah, your team.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
why 3 strikers in your team?
We can't tell you. I'm gonna drop it yet. We can't give you first information. You have to wait and see. If it
me
have a 23-man squad. Me have a 23-man squad.
All right, so let me put this clearly. Cranky, if you have Kadamachi in a 20 in a squad, you're biased.
Wow, really?
Yeah, man.
So explain the rest.
Cranky, ever since Kadamachi has gone back since the international break, his minutes have been going down.
Yeah, how much did he play the last game? You check?
I think he played about 23.
I thought he played more, actually. We could check.
In less than 30 minutes he played.
How is that worse than you really want to go with minutes? When now use no club.
All right, so
hey, back up. You really want to go with minutes? You really want to go there?
No, man, I am showing you something. I say we are combined. Remember, I said Cranky, club form and country form, right?
No, I was told that stats don't matter and club form don't matter.
In the last window, did Kadamachi score a goal?
No, he didn't. He only scored one goal this season, actually. Very early too. He hasn't been scoring. No, he hasn't been scoring.
Yeah. Boy, I don't know. Like for me, I think Roman Burrell is ahead of Kadamachi. Trevante Stewart is ahead of Kadamachi. And then more see a man I go say, oh, we go with Boza. Because
Boza, yeah.
Here's a striker, Kadamachi, who is playing every game, as people say, right? He's playing every game. Minutes are there. Whether it be 15 or 20 minutes, he's playing, right?
Right.
There's an striker in Boza who people say are not playing. People say Boza only.
No, he's not playing. He's not.
Boza is not playing, right? So Boza is not playing.
Right.
But people say Bermuda is only Bermuda.
But it's true. That's true, though. That's true. That's true. Let me hold on. Let me say some people. The Bermuda thing is not disputable. It's only Bermuda.
So the Bermuda thing is not. So it's only Bermuda.
Yes, it's only Bermuda.
All right. Kadamachi played like about 70 minutes against Bermuda in the first game. He didn't find the back of the net.
But he did get. But he looked really good though. Let's be honest.
But yeah, he looked really good. But we don't judge strikers and just looking really good.
Yeah, and if you want to use that, I'm gonna do this and get myself.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
So he did not put the ball in the back of the net, right?
True.
Okay. Boza in that game put the ball in the back of the net. Then again, it's only Bermuda. Anybody can score against Bermuda except Kadamachi because
but he missed chance. No, come on, be fair, CC. He missed open goal where he got through, got by the defense, and just kicked the ball outside.
Whatever. But the man when I play, I score. And the man when I play, him scoring at the Trinidad game.
How much goal Boza scoring at the 4 game then?
2 goals.
Him score against who?
Him score from Bermuda 2 times.
He scored in Jamaica from Bermuda against Bermuda?
Yes.
I can't remember that goal then.
Yeah, man, he scored against Jamaica in 4-love. And he scored in 4-love over the same.
Okay. But I remember scoring in the second game. I must miss something.
Yeah, man, he scored in the second game, man.
Whisper scored. Whisper scored.
Whisper scored. Boza scored. There's an own goal.
Okay.
And I will score.
Okay.
I was this.
Okay. But Kadamachi got 3 clicker chances, which was more than anybody else got even close, right? But he missed them. So it doesn't matter. You missed the chance.
Thank you. All I'm saying is this, right?
Yeah.
To be honest, like I would say carry 4 strikers, drop Seymour Reed.
No, we're not carrying 4 strikers. No, we're not carrying 4 strikers. No, we shouldn't do that. Yeah. No. Let's not do that, people.
Seymour Reed should not be in the squad.
No, I would. I'm not going to take my team yet, but I would agree with that.
See, so Seymour Reed should not be in the squad.
But we're making 23, not 26.
Something there. Roman Burrell should be the starting striker for Jamaica. I don't know what's going on, but he should be the starting striker in November. Because when he went back, his minutes has gone up and he has scored 4 goals in the last 5 games.
Right.
His team is losing when he scored first anyway, but that's beside the point.
Now he's scoring goal. I mean, he's the most informed, but informed doesn't count because it's what you do for the national team.
And then Trevante Stewart, many people say him play similar to Boza, but I don't think so because I saw the goals. I watched the game. I saw the goal that he scored. The first goal that he scored when he collected the ball, went on top of the 18-yard box. And you see this goal that where the guy the name went from Curacao score.
Yeah.
When push off the referee, but this time Trevante never push off anybody. Hard and low at the near post. Beat the keeper, back of the net.
Yeah, but look, I understand the case for Trevante Stewart. I'm not going to fight against the case, right? Because Trevante is playing in 0, scoring a lot of goals. But I keep saying this, people, for everybody. The quality of the opponent matters. And my problem I have with this, it's hard to gauge. It's unfair to Trevante because people are getting chance. He ain't getting no chance since he went curfew. And Trevante, lesson learned. Can't follow the big ball of them. Them can't go curfew and come out. You can't get curfew and you don't get no call back. But levels matter. And we seem to miss that when we're talking about players. It's like me making the case to say, well, you know what? Certain players in our national team right now, we're getting all the plaudits. They're not scoring against the big teams. And people don't seem to think that's important. But we're gonna play the two most difficult teams in the zone in these last round, and we'll see how those players perform. But I can understand why you supporting Trevante. I'm not gonna knock that. It's a fair point.
Listen, to me, people keep beating Trevante and saying that when he just started out, he wasn't looking good and anything. How many players of Jamaica come and play with Jamaica and never look good in the first
people say we call back after we don't go to the team. So we call back, CC. You'll get the first call, all right?
No, call back still.
Call back. They might cost me and say me I go to the thing and then me stop and I just
all right,
so yeah. Me call it back. Sorry, CC. Let me finish this, people. So midfielders. Come, people, finish the midfield thing. I apologize, but CC, call back when you're done, CC. Come midfielders, people. Let's finish the midfielders. We do. People have beat me. All right, we're doing midfielders. So what I'm hearing in midfielders so far is Hayden, we call him the prodigal son who get beaten before he come join us. Bobby Reed, Anderson. Some people put Lati in there. Some people put Anglin in there. Some people put Lambert in there. Who else in the midfield, people? Let me know. Put them in midfield before we go on to forward them, which is going to be interesting when it comes to the forward, people. A lot of go interesting. We only do 7 forward. We now do know 9 forward, people. Like JFF, like though. No, 1-1. You're not 1-1. I don't think you're making any sense, 1-1. You're talking like somebody who's very informed about football, who thinks all these factors should be considered. That's not how we pick our national team, 1-1. Sorry, 1-1. I have to push back against you, 1-1. We pick the people who play well for Jamaica the last time, and so we pick it. So I've been told based on some other people's perception and perspective. No matter if you play for your club or not, no matter what you do, that don't mean nothing. It's what you do for the national team the last time. Or some people say you should take both into consideration. You can't take both because some people don't get on club team. So if you're not playing for your club, I can't consider your club situation because it's only for the national team. By the way, which is only the last 2 window, and we play Bermuda twice, which don't give me, and we lose to Curacao. We did beat Trinidad. Curacao have 7 midfielders. Well, most organized team and now team have 7. I don't have 7 in mind because the way we play football, we don't have 7. But some people are versatile enough playing the 7. Float says Ravel, Hayden, Reed, Russell, Anderson, DJ, and Lambert. That's a very thoughtful list, Float. But Float, here's the thing, Float. You pick 7 midfielders. How many forward and defenders? Because you have 8 defenders now. 8 and 7, 15 and 3, 18. So you could only have 6 forward. You could only have, you have to be careful, people. Be very careful when you pick your list. If you pick 7 midfielders and 8 defenders, that's 15, and 3 goalkeepers, that's 18. You only have 5 slots left. And if you have 3 forwards and 4 wingers, you can't do that. You have to balance it out, people. You have to balance it out. Balance it out. We now have 7 midfielders. We don't pick more than, sometimes we pick 2. Sometimes we pick 2. Or you not pick 1. All right, it's Float. I get it, Float. I get it. You're still, you're still gonna be. Let me also see Float. I want to see your forward line. This should be interesting, people. I want to see Float's forward line. All right. So that's midfielder, people. So I would say the midfield to date, Hayden, Reed, and Anderson, so that's sure, and the rest mix up. Could it be Lati? Could it be Anglin? Could it be Lambert? Them now pick DJ, I don't think, and them now pick Ravel. So I'm not see that happening. Some people panic, kind of list you have, now pick Ravel. So let's go to forwards, people. Where are your forwards? People? Pick your forward. Yeah, Bobby, I think, by the way, Russell in the midfield now. Where Russell is? I don't see Russell. I don't think Russell's injured. People pick Russell, yeah. So DJ, Hall, Bob, what happened to Russell? But Russell have to be in there. What else? No, miss them thing there. Anderson. So we have DJ, Hayden, Bobby, Russell, Anderson. Which Hall? What? Where they going to stay in? When you talk about Hall, there, you mean they have a hall they're staying in that they're residing in? I don't understand you. What hall are you talking about? Big up. Sorry, I'm being facetious, people. No hall, no go on. Ravel did that chance, same as Low. No, there are different standards for different people. Ravel wasn't born in Jamaica, and Ravel has had his challenges with a lot of different stuff. So Ravel not getting no chance. Yeah, the team will have 3 strikers. So forward line, people, come in the forward line. This is gonna be interesting, people. Who are your forwards? We have picked 7 forward. I mean, Dr. Rowe, I was being facetious. Tyrese Hall didn't get called. I don't think Tyrese Hall getting called. I know that Rudolph said last time they were looking at him. I think them look over him. They may be looking over his head. I don't think they could call him. Now, when you got to pick this team and then And the way I see it, it's not happening. They're not going to experiment at this point. Someone text me and say, statics run the thing. Trevante born in Jamaica and get a chance. Yeah, but him gone overseas. When you're born in Jamaica and gone overseas and nobody now watch your league, that becomes a problem. If in the Premier League or Championship or MLS, maybe. Or if in the JP, I can get a better chance. Oh, Lord, where am I putting up your stuff? I'm not putting up your stuff. Just me not deal with you. You can take off your subscription and go somewhere else. Yeah. Though they will call Trevante Stewart. Cranky G says, Flash G says, Cranky, Borrell. Okay, that's the forward line. Borrell, Cadamarti, Boza, Gray, Reed. Which Reed? Richard, Cephas. So here's Dixon. So you don't have any Dixon. You don't have any Campbell. You don't have any Antonio. You don't have any what am I missing? The kid from Jamaica at Mount Pleasant. Why is his name always slipping me? Somehow I always think his name is Watson for some reason. I don't know what the hell. Why is that about? It will come to me. You don't have any Stewart. Which you putting Bobby Reed up front, Flash G, is what you're saying. Bobby Reed, a midfielder now go up front. Borrell, Cadamarti, Boza, Low. Which Low? Low now play forward. Whisper, Gray, Campbell, Cephas. We only need 7, and you're giving me 8. We need 7, you're giving me 8. You have no Dixon. You must be drunk. 1-1. Come on, 1-1, man. You know the politics, 1-1. Come on, 1-1, man. No, you're a team 1-1, but come on, 1-1. You have to pick some realistic team. You don't have no Dixon in there, and you have Low. We haven't called Jamal Low. We haven't called in years. I must say Damian Low. You talk about. Damian play CDM, and I must say play center forward. Ain't no way Jamal Low get no call. Can't see. Warner Brown, I'm mixing. Why am I thinking Warner Brown is Watson? What am I thinking? Warner Brown stats are good enough. I think he has 1 goal. AJ isn't good enough. We didn't say 1 goal every 40-something minutes. I think here you said. I didn't check that stat, but Warner Brown stats are good. Competition matters, and he's scoring for Mount Pleasant too since he came back from injury. Jamal Lowe can play all across the front line. I'm picking all of them, but better to have them need somebody. No, Jamal Lowe is not even on standby, as far as I know. Right. Oh, Lord. Norman Campbell playing with Dan Dixon. Yeah, he is, but he ain't getting no game time for Jamaica. Reed play more than 2 positions, Flash G. Reed can play right back, center back. No, sorry, right back, left back. All I midfield position them, right wing, left wing. 10, yeah, he can play about 6 positions, but him pick as midfielder. He need workhorse, people. He need workhorse. You need a double pivot for Trinidad game, and you may play a single pivot with Reed going more forward against Curacao. But you need a double pivot against Trinidad. They play us players in the midfield all the time. I think Reed in the midfield with Hayden will help stabilize the midfield. Watson can still play CDM at 40. Where? I Revive says Campbell, Gray, Cephas, Boza, Borrell, Jamalo, Cards, Whisper. You have 8. We can't have 8 people. Then you midfield all shot. You can't have 8. You midfield all shot, people. You can't put some more and say something there, team, because him say some versatility. Jack Drummond says Cephas, Gray, Whisper, Campbell, Stewart, Borrell, Cadamarti, and Dixon. So wait, I'm missing somebody. Where's Boza? You know Boza night. You know Borrell. Yeah, Borrell. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. We can't do 8 people. Can already done. We only can do 7 because we already picked 16 people between 8 defenders and 3 goalkeepers and 5 midfielders, and some of you pick 6, 7 midfielders. We can only have 7. Now, Barbary gonna play midfield, man. Barbary play midfield. Warner Brown scored 1 goal since being awful and lost during the World Cup. How does that justify his place in the team? I didn't say he's gonna be in the team, Henry. Don't say I say that. I'm saying he's won the consideration. I'm not saying he should be in the team. All right. Any more people before I put up my team? Can I put up my team, Pick my team today. May I pick a team and take the coach or pick? I'm not picking a team I'm going to pick. There's a difference. I am not picking a team that I would pick. I'm picking a team that our squad, not a team, the coach would pick. That would be my team. I know Robert if in my team, if pick my team. Burrell, Cads, Boza, Warner Brown, once a coach favorite, Campbell, Demarai Gray, Whisper Cephas. So you have no Dixon. You have no Dixon. And you have, well, give me somebody else. You have no Dixon. Where is, you have Burrell. We have Burrell, Boza, Brown, and then you have 1, 2, 3. You have 4 forwards. You have 8. You need 7, man. You have too much. You have too much. You have 7. We need 7 people. You can't put up 8 people, okay? Then you don't have enough. You have 1 extra. They can only pick 23 people. And now get 26. Bailey, Cads, Burrell, Campbell, Cephas, Whisper, Boza. Boy, Jamaican people, let me hear Harding Star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? We're missing somebody. No Dixon. Well, so much I drop Dixon. Pierre Dixon I get dropping out. Bailey, Burrell. Where's Boza? And my Boza. Then my 4. So no Dixon. You know, it got easier with Bailey being out. Like Bailey being out made the coach job much easier. All he has to do is pick between 2 players, Dixon and Campbell, to be honest. Let's be honest. Yeah, we can only pick 23 people. So let me put up my team, people. This is my team, right? Don't beat me. This is my squad. I think the coach would pick. Would I pick this? I'll tell you who I would have put in and not put in. Well, here's my 20. Here's my squad, people. So goalkeepers haven't really changed much. And if I spell something wrong, don't beat me. I was trying to put this together in a nice, optically pleasing format. I have Pinnock, Lee, King, Lambakisa, Lowe, Holgate, Latibodier, and Frey as my defenders. So I have Frey and Frey and Lambakisa playing right back. I have 4 center-half in King, Pinnock, Lowe, and Holgate. And I think Lati is so versatile and can play anyway in cover at left back and Greg Lee at left back. Now, Rico Henry is available. Rico Henry has his citizenship. He doesn't have his passport. They could call him. But if they didn't call him the last window, why would they call him this window? I don't see it happening. Now, in terms of midfielders, I only have 5. Because I think not what I would pick. I would have at least 6 midfielders. I probably would have but here's the thing for the midfield. You can actually roll Lati in the midfield, right? And make it 6 if you want to, because he's played there a lot. And he could be the backup CDM for Hayden. So it's Hayden, Russell, Reed, Anderson, and Jashawn Anglin was in the last squad that played in Curacao. I'm not sure why he wouldn't be here again. I'm picking what I think the coach is going to pick. And then he could roll Lati in there to make it 6 midfield, 1 or 7 defenders. And then up front, I think a lot of people pick this, is Kadamarti, Nicholson and Barra as a center forward, Dixon, Cephas, Whisper, and Gray. Now, some of you may beat me about Dixon. I am picking what the coach I pick. I don't think Dixon has missed 1 window. I have heard the Campbell argument. I don't think there's any way the coach is going to pick Campbell over Dixon, even though they're playing at 2 total different level. I think it's going to be the one person get dropped out is Campbell for Dixon. Now, they could reshuffle this and bring a little less defender and bring one more forward. I wouldn't have suggested that. If Gray is healthy, Whisper is healthy. You heard the talk the last time about the what do you call it? The jungle forwards. Boza, Boza, Cephas, and Dixon. That was the starting line up front, right? That's probably what he's going to bring back. He may play Gray instead of Dixon on the right. I'll put Cephas on the right and put Gray on the left. I think that's probably the preferred choice. But I think that is the 23 he's going to pick. I'll be surprised if this is not the 23. Now, could Jashawn Anglin get dropped? Does he deserve to get dropped? There's nothing he's done since then to drop him, right? And he's playing football. No, Trevante Stewart is not in my squad because I've said this before. The 3 forwards I have here, Nicholson played well the last 2 windows. Ramon Burrell is the most informed player, even though we don't really count for him, but he's playing really well for Chris, and he's scoring goal for QPR. And then Bailey Kadamarti, to me, don't deserve to get dropped because the kid was brilliant against Birmingham. That doesn't count. He scored against Trinidad. He didn't get much game against when he played against Bermuda in the second game to do like everybody look good. And he didn't get a lot of service in the Curacao game. I don't see Stewart making it. If Stewart ain't making it already, people, he ain't making it. Let's be honest. If he ain't making it already, he ain't making it. They had so much chance to call him, they haven't called him. And he's been playing well. He hasn't been playing well just for the last year. He's been playing well for a while now. Lati injured. I didn't hear that. I know Lati had a knee problem, went back. But someone told me he was on the bench the last game. So I have to look that up, actually. I should look that up before I put it up there. No, because if we drop angling, then we only have 4 midfielders. We're not doing that, people. People, we're not going to do that. We can't bring in somebody who we believe should be in the team, and Canberra should be, and then short ourselves in a position. We went to the Gold Cup with 2 midfielders. We can't do that again. We cannot do that. You know what? I should look up Lati. We cannot do that, people. That is not fair to the team, to the country, to whatever. Doesn't make any sense. Should Canberra be in the squad at somebody's expense? Probably. But I think there's a team the coach will. I can't see the coach picking a different team. I'm dead serious. I can't see him picking a different team. I just don't see it happening. I can't see. You guys can tell me if I'm way off on this. But can you see the coach picking a different team from this? I think it's too late for Stewart. If it was maybe earlier, yeah. I don't see it happening, though. I just don't see it happening. I would say this, though. Lati could be dropped because Lati hasn't played any football all year. 0 games. But let me say this, though. I don't think he's injured. Somebody say he's injured. He was on the bench for the last 2 games. So why would he be injured? I know Lampard came out and said something about his knee. But why have him on the bench for the last 2 games? You guys saying he's injured, right? I don't think he's injured. I don't think he's injured. See if I can pull this up. I don't think he's injured. And you guys are saying he's injured. So here's Lati's thing. He was injured all the way through, even though we called him. How can he be injured? Maybe transfer market had the thing wrong. So he's on the bench for the last 2 games. When they play against Wrexham and Sheffield United, he was on the bench. He's on the bench. People say he ain't injured. They're not putting you on the bench when you're injured. So Lati's available. He's coming. He can come as a defender or backup midfielder. He's going to be back. He's going to be coming. Even though he ain't playing no football. And look at it, people. Lati shouldn't be called, to be honest. I rate Lati. But Lati ain't playing no football all year. How you going to call somebody who ain't playing no football? He ain't got no minutes. That made no sense. But I think he's going to get called, but he shouldn't get called. Sorry, Lati. Like you as a player, but I got to be consistent. Can't be a hypocrite. I like you as a player, but you ain't playing no football. Now, I could say the same about Damian Lowe, but some people like Lowe and Antonio, there's difference how they treated. They get treated differently. If Antonio could walk well, he'd be in the squad. Seriously. But the squad I pick, I think is a fair one. And Kadamarti's coming, people. There's no way the coach drive Kadamarti. There's no way he drops him. None. 0. That's my view. I don't think there's any way he drops him. The kid hasn't done anything to get dropped. And if he drop, it wouldn't make any sense to me. The kid is a good player, poor run of form this season, but at least he's getting minutes. He's getting minutes. Some people ain't getting no minutes. And I know Campbell's thing seems hard, but Dixon coming instead of Campbell. There's no way to bring Dixon. Right? There's no way to bring Dixon. And this is important. Let me see this. Because I like to be fair, I like to be fair. I don't see there's any way you don't bring Dixon. Seriously. I'm trying to find something here. No, I ain't gonna bring Dixon, man. So let me pull up Dixon stats. Cause me like stats, and I know me like stats, right? Let me tell you, I don't know if you use stats, but may I try. I try learn how to use it. I know if you use it. I miss things. So I don't have here, for example. So this is Dixon stats, people. For Crawley Town, they're second to last in League 2. But let me just say this about this, and this is not to beat Dixon. I don't have in the stats how to capture if it's too cold or too warm. I don't have that, right? I don't know what the temperature was for these games. So I can't talk to that. And that's very important, given some of the analysis I hear being done. So was it below 40 degrees, 50 degrees? I don't know what the temperature was. It's not captured in these stats. He's not in the squad for a couple of games. It was an injury. I know what the bench. I can't capture stats on the bench because that means you're not playing. So I can't. There's no stats for you being on the bench, except to say you didn't play, and it should be 0. Look at the minutes, people. It started off great: 26, 90, 90, 90, and then it went down. It went down just like Kadamar. The stats are going down in terms of playing time. He's playing more. It went to 55 against Cambridge, and you see what it all. It's 9 the last time, people. Like a drop. And this is a goal section. If you can miss it, you see the thing where I have the black thing, some blue and white in it? That's where you have goals, people. And the other one to the left of that, or to the right of that, my right, is supposed to be assists. I know these lines are blank. That's real. It's not fake, right? Those are the stats. Just calling them out. Right? I was calling them out. What do you mean Eagle probably put them in chat GBT for what? You gotta have a purpose. That's Dixon's stats, right? I'm just showing you people. That's Dixon's stats. I didn't make them up because I've been called that I'm being selective. I'm being what? People. May I go over them again? May I repeat myself, people? Can I repeat myself? That's Dixon's stats. Well, you know what? You know what I didn't do? I didn't show Dixon Jamaica game. I keep doing this and I missed this. I've done it before, but the Jamaica game for Dixon. I missed them. Okay, these are Jamaica games for Dixon, people. So Dixon has played, 21 games? And it should be fair to Dixon. Some games he had a lot of minutes. He's getting more minutes of late, So the coaches have more confidence in him. So the less he plays at Crawley, the more confidence the coach has in him, and he get more game time for Jamaica, right? And that's not being facetious. It's true. The less he plays at Crawley, the more he plays for Jamaica. So I'm confused. But anyway, so these are his stats for Jamaica. Didn't get a lot of time early. You see, 10, 45 Venezuela, 30 against Honduras. He got 80 against Trinidad. He got 60 against Nigeria. He scored in that game. 56 against Virgin Island. He got 62 last time against Bermuda. 29 Curacao. 37 Trinidad. I get game the last few games. The last 4 games I get game. The World Cup Qualifiers I get game. And Gray didn't play and Bailey didn't play. I get game, right? So they're not playing no game. And by the way, his stats for Jamaica, he has 1 assist against St. Vincent, 1 goal against Nigeria in a friendly. I mean, not really count friendly, but anyway. So in our games that matters, he have 1 assist for Jamaica, right? He hasn't scored. I thought he scored against Dominica. St. Vincent, he scored again, assist against. He scored against Dominica. Oh, yeah, he has a goal for Dominica. So he has 2 goals and 1 assist. So I'm wrong. I know he scored against Dominica. Because I saw that it was his first game, right? He played with Bows up front. So he has 2 goals and 1 assist for Jamaica in the games that he's played. I think Dominica game, we barely World Cup Qualifier. So he scored the World Cup Qualifier here. He scored in a friendly, and he had assist in a Nation League game or a Gold Cup qualification game. So anyway, that's his stats. 2 goals, 1 assist in 20-something games. Now, I got to be fair about the minutes. He get much more minutes lately. So he has 18 and 37. What's that? 55 and 29. What's that? 84. And then 62. What's that? 146. Yeah. So 146 minutes over the last 4 games in the qualifiers. And 146 and have no goals and no assists. So in play almost a game and I have no goals and no assists, right? I want to do Campbell because it's important. Campbell have 5 games and have no goals, no assists. So we have Tyrese Campbell. I'm going to tell you about my team, the people. I think my team, all right, no make no sense. You fool. Let me know. Tyrese Campbell, let's do him stats for him club. So Tyrese Campbell has played. Wait, Tyrese Campbell go on bench, people. Wait, I'm going with Tyrese Campbell. By the way, Dixon's in League 2. Crawley Town is second to last in League 2. Campbell is in Championship. Where are they in the Championship? Aren't they like in 5th or something? Where is Charlton in the Championship? I can't remember. I know. I'm going to look it up. But anyway, I thought I looked it up. Charlton, is it 5th or is it 14th? Maybe I'm wrong, but in position. Then play 14 games. Where's Charlton Championship, people? Tell me. I can't remember. It's got to be here someplace. I don't see it. But anyway, no, more on me. So you look at the stats, people. In play enough game, people. 80, 82, 90, 90, 83, 79, 60, 70. I don't think Charlton know nothing about football. They keep playing this person. When you come to Jamaica, don't get much game time. So Dixon get less time at Crawley Town, but get more time at Jamaica. Campbell getting a lot of game time at Charlton, but no game time. Little game time. I'm not that smart enough. He has 2 assists. He had an assist against QPR, where he played against Hayden and Burrell, and he had an assist against Ipswich. So 2 assists, and he's playing what position? Left wing, left wing, left wing, left wing, center forward, left wing, center forward, center forward, center forward, center forward, center. So He's not playing right wing with Jamaica playing. So he's playing the position for Jamaica. He's playing a lot of time for his club team. He has 2 assists. And Dixon has no goals and no assists. But Dixon better for Jamaica, I think. Because anyway, let's see the Jamaica stats. Because we know he now have no goal for Jamaica in 5 games. So Dixon played 146 minutes in the last number of qualifiers. I think he has a lot of minutes himself. He probably has more than Dixon. Is that right? Bermuda 87. Yeah, he has more than Dixon actually in the last 4. So he played more than Dixon in the last qualifiers. He has no goals and no assists. But he's played more than Dixon. What's this? 167 plus 50. Yeah, he's played about 240 minutes. He played more than Dixon. Maybe 100 minutes more than Dixon. He has no goals and no assists. Right? He played 80 minutes the last game. Played 80 against Curacao, 87 against Bermuda, and 53 against Trinidad. So I'm getting enough game time. He hasn't scored or assisted. Those stats are clear. Right? In a play for him club team, he hasn't scored or assisted. I mean, he didn't get much game time before when he first came, the first 5 games, but the numbers don't lie. Right? Numbers don't lie. He hasn't scored or assisted in over 200 minutes. So if he has anybody to blame for him not being limited, not being included, it's part of himself, because I count goal and assists big time. If he ain't got none over 2 games, even though it's a short sample size, is what it is. But he's getting game time. He's one of the few players getting a lot of game time for his club team. One of the few. Charlton is 6. Okay, so they think he's a good player because they keep playing him 90 minutes. I'm playing center forward to people, not even winging him. Yeah. Flash they say Campbell over Dixon. I don't think the coach is going to do that. Yeah, I don't think the club is going to do that. Let me see about Bailey Cadamarti situation again. Let me go back to it. Bailey Cadamarti. So Bailey Cadamarti, 14 games. He has 1 goal, no assists. He got game time, but his time has been going down, right? In the last 5 games, he's played 23 and 20, 43 and 63, 106, 116, 38 minutes at a possible 360. So less than a half. So his game time has been going down. He plays center forward against Oxford, which is that Greg Lee's team? So he's not getting a ton of game time, but he get more game time than Dixon, that's for sure. Let's see what his time is for Jamaica, people. And we want to be fair to everybody. But I think Campbell got a part to blame himself. He made some mistakes against Curacao, trying to shoot with his left foot versus passing the ball. So you got to pay. You pay for that. Let's see Cadamarti's. I know the stats thing don't matter, people. You gotta forgive me. I know they don't matter, but anyway, I'm gonna do them anyway. So Cadamarti plays 7-7, 14 and 6, 210 minutes for Jamaica. He has 1 goal. What's not captured here? He missed a bunch of chances against Bermuda. He probably should have 4 goals or 3 goals. But he didn't get no game against Bermuda to get more chances because that's the easy game. He was on the bench, didn't get 1 minute. But he played a lot against Curacao. No service in that game was very obvious. Trinidad he scored. That wasn't even service. That was a header by Greg Lee where he lashed onto and did a good finish. And then 7-1 against Bermuda where he missed a bunch of chances. So he got his chance too. So if you don't get, but he might get called back. I can't see not get called back. He has a lot of potential and his movement is good. And I think what we liked about him is his overall game. It wasn't just about, he didn't score a score. We love his overall game. Wait a minute. May I show nothing? I'm not sure no. Sorry, people. I lost this. I lost the feed. Let me do that again. I was talking to myself. I apologize. Let me go back to Bailey Cadamarti. It got pulled down. So let me put up the thing. Why would it fall down? Oh, I think I stopped it by mistake. So let's go this again. 14. So you can see he got a lot of game time, right? A lot of game time. Let me take this now. A lot of game time. Early in the season, he was playing 90 minutes a lot. See, he was playing 90 minutes every game. But then if you're not scoring, that's what happening now. 19, get a lot of minutes. But he's getting game time. That's Cadamarti. And then for Jamaica, I showed you, even though he has one goal in 3 games, he did miss some. As a striker, that's what you judge by your goals. So you see him there for Jamaica. Got a lot of minutes, 140 or something like that. And he has 1 goal. 1 goal in 3 is not bad for a striker, but when you play a sub team like Bermuda, you have to do better. And he didn't. So we can't make excuse for him. Can't make excuse for him, people. Sorry. He messed up. Now let's go to CFAS. Let's see CFAS numbers then. People, please tell me what my team. Pick more my team, people. Pick more team, my team. The team I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna take the team, the squad I'm gonna pick, the team, if it makes sense. So this is CFAS, people. He has 11 games to date. All right. I'm saying 14 here, but not in squad in 1. This is CFAS. He's in Russia, by the way. These are his minutes. In his last 5 games, he's played 8 and 8, 16 and 11, 27 and 45. What's that? 73 or 72? What? 8 and 8. Yeah, 8 and 8, 16 and 11, 27, 72 minutes. He's played in 5 games because he was not in squad for 1. I assume. Let's take not in squad. We don't know if he went sticker or something. In 4 games, and he played the most in the last game. All right. Don't know where his team is in league, but look at his minutes. Because in the previous 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, he's got a total of about 9 and 6, 15 and 27, 42 and 16. That's what, 58 minutes he's played in 5 games before. So if we have 58 and 11, or 69 and 45, what's that, about 104 or something like that? He ain't playing a lot of time, people. He ain't playing a lot of time. Right? He ain't playing a lot of time. But people think that you shouldn't bring that up. So we're not bringing it up. Because I'm saying they're also standing play for the Reggae Boyz. And your form team count. Now for Jamaica, I'm going to go back to the Jamaica thing, people, because you hear me talk about it a lot. So in 25 games for Jamaica, and I've talked about this ad nauseum, but we start go over it. It's important. He has 2 goals and 6 assists. So here's what I brought up. People say I'm being disingenuous, right? Didn't get a lot of game time in his first number of games. So you can't count him in the first 10 game, whatever it is. But 74 minutes against USA, no goals. That's when I think, was it the Nations League game that we lost? I think he had a sitter in that game that he didn't score. Dominican Republic, he's played 90 minutes, scored 1. 45 against Dominica, assists. Yeah, assist there, right? 2. Then Mexico, 10 minutes. Ecuador, 2, not count that. 45 against Venezuela, not much. 12 Nicaragua, not much. 45 against Honduras, nothing. 45 USA, nothing. 30 USA, nothing. We're just going down in numbers. Now counts St. Vincent, only 22 minutes. 90 St. Vincent, he gets a goal. 90 against Nigeria, friendly. I mean, not really count friendly, but you can count it and get 2 assists. 82 Virginia, nothing. Virgin Islands, sorry. BVI, which people complain, say Graham Beal do nothing. CFAS played 82 minutes. 84 against Guatemala, nothing. 90 Guatemala, nothing. 45 Guadeloupe, that was Gold Cup, where he got pulled because he played the whole game. Guatemala didn't do much and got pulled against Guadeloupe. Nobody played well against Panama, so that's fair. And World Cup Qualifiers, 72 against Bermuda, he had a goal. That's a halfway line dribble he made. And then 90 against Trinidad and Curacao, nothing. 2 assists against Bermuda. Those are the stats. The stats are clear. I'm not making them up. Stats are clear. Not getting much time for his club team, but I mean, as somebody else says, he's the best performing person for Jamaica team. I don't think he is in terms of World Cup, and I will try to probably prove that. So he has 4 assists and 1 goal in World Cup qualifiers. The 1 goal is against the Dominican Republic. The 4 assists are against Dominica, 2 against Bermuda, and what's the other one I'm missing? 2 Bermuda. We just talk about World Cup qualifiers. 1 Dominica, 1 Dominican Republic, right? Those in the games that count. You got 2 against Nigeria, where Dixon also scored in that game. So that's CFAS, right? You can make what you mean, but I've been told he's the next coming off Jesus Christ on the football field. So hey, you're probably right. What am I to know? I don't know. He cannot be, if Bailey and Gray there is a sure starter. So I don't know. Maybe I don't think that way. So this is Russell, people. I think they need to bring up these people. Russell. So this is Russell for his team. People, Russell ain't getting no playing time. In fact, Russell get less playing time than Cephas, less playing time than Dixon, less playing time than anybody else, maybe apart from maybe a pinner or low no football. Look at Russell playing time, people. No one of them can run in midfield. No one of them no match fit. I mean, he scored like we go to Russell stats for Jamaica. Because I say Russell stats were better than Cephas, and some people that run me down and I beat me, say nonsense me attack. So we'll go for Russell stats. He played 32 minutes. That's his most minutes for the season. We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm only counting the games where call it 11 games. Because I don't know what that in squad mean. Is it that they didn't select him or not available? But he ain't playing no time, people. Well, no, big boy. I understand he playing more than low, but I'm saying he ain't getting much game time. And he playing midfield. You can hide in defense. You can't hide in midlife park, people. You can't hide at midfield. You can't hide at centre back, you know. So if you're not getting no pressure, you can't hide at midfield. Russell ain't getting no game time. Sorry. That's why Jamaica have a challenge picking the team. Look at Russell's stats for Jamaica, though, if we use that as a criteria. So Russell has played 15 games for Jamaica, people. Right? Did make the squad a lot after the first Gold Cup. He has an assist, a goal against St. Kitts. Played 45 minutes. And this is when he started playing enough. Look at his minutes. Russell played 10 times more minutes for him country than play for him club. Just like Kadamarty, just like Cephas, just like Dixon. The only person who maybe have this is Campbell. So Russell has a goal against Nigeria, I'm already calling friendly, Guatemala, Guadeloupe, Trinidad. Him score against big team people. That's what I was talking about. Cephas has no goals against this team. He has goals and people want to beat me. And you know, counting my against Bermuda. Because Bermuda not a good team. But Russell scored. But the Guatemala game in Jamaica, I think not much because they never play them best team. He scored against Guadeloupe. He scored against Trinidad. He scored against big team. If you want to call them big team in our region, they're not really big team, but teams which are some of them inside the top 100. Nobody see if I scoring. But that's I'm just making the point. So that's Russell. Russell now playing on football, people. But Russell has 5 goals and 1 assist for Jamaica. Right? In 15 games. Cephas has 2 goals and 6 assists. Now, if I have 6 goal contribution in 15 games versus 8 goal contribution in 25 games, and I play midfield and you play wing, and I'm not even sure Russell play. I can play second forward. But anyway, my stats are just better. They're not disputable. They're better. Right? They're better. So people want to argue with me about who had better stats. Now look at once he Bowser stats, and I'm saying Cephas has the best stats in the World Cup qualifiers. So let's see if that's the case. Let's see if that's the case. You want to see what Shamar Nicholson did in the World Cup qualifiers? Let's see. Shamar Nicholson. Let's see Shamar Nicholson club. He played 9 games. But involved in 9 games. It's Shamar stats, people. And Shamar got time early in the season, you know. But in time start dwindle. So early in the season, see him get 72, 15, 80, then 15. He has 1 goal this season against a team called Leon. It's a Mexican league. He played 45. Shamar not getting enough game time, not in squad. I don't know what that means. Information not available. I don't know what not in squad mean. If that means he's injured or that means something. On the bench. So he hasn't been playing a lot, people. For the last number of games, I've been playing a lot. That's his club form. So he might get some minutes, but it's distributed. It's not consistent. Not consistent minutes at all for Shamar. Now, Shamar is Jamaica's second leading goal scorer of all time. 1 in 3, 21 in 61. So look at Shamar goals. Shamar was not in squad a lot because he missed some windows. But Shamar scored against everybody, right? We're not going to try a Shamar thing. Curacao, this was 2019. He scored against everybody. Guyana, Antigua. He have 21 goals. He scored against enough people. Costa Rica, Mexico, Suriname. He scored against big team and small team. And assist to him. I have enough assist. Actually, he have assist. So let's go back to this. He has 21 goals and 8 assists, which is almost a 1 in 2 contribution, which is very, very good for a center forward. Cannot be disputed. Jamaica's best leading goal scorer. And I know he's behind Shilton, but want to see his goal contribution versus Shilton. And by the way, Shilton is no longer with us. But he's Jamaica's top scorer. Now, let's see what Shamar has done in the World Cup qualifiers. It should be up here in the summary. So in World Cup qualifiers, not for this season because he probably played more than 1. He has 7 goals and 1 assist in 13 games. Again, very good distribution. And he's got game time, 800 minutes. Let's see if we can add up what he's done in these last few World Cup qualifiers. So if you go all the way up to CONCACAF, Gold Cup, World Cup qualification, he has 3 goals, 2 against Dominica, 1 Dominican Republic. He has goal against Bermuda and goal against Bermuda. So he has, and CC was right about the last game. I couldn't remember. He has 5 goals in World Cup qualifiers. Now, I was told by somebody, Mr. Know-It-All, that CFA's number is by far the best of all the people playing in World Cup qualifiers. Well, Nicholson has 5 goals. CFA's has 4 goals and 1 assist. 4 assists and 1 goal. So am I confused? Would you say 4 goals and 1 assist is better than 5 goals? I'm confused. Maybe you guys can tell me. Maybe I'm wrong. Is 4 assists and 1 goal better than 5 goals? Because somebody who knows nothing about the Reggae Boyz team and only talk about what they hear is telling me that by far Cephas has the best stats. Now somebody's telling me that not the last time I checked. Well, somebody told me that he's 6 on the all-time goal scorer, and they're right. I had him as number 2. He's number 6. He's 1 goal behind a couple of people. Damien Lofather and Andy Lowe has 27. So I would love to see his goal contribution, actually. I think I'm probably confusing goal contribution with number goal, but he's not number 2, people. He's number 6 on the all-time scoring list. And he's 21. And I think Andy Lowe is 37, and Shelton is what? Let me see the list here, 35. All right, so I stand corrected on that. I don't know why I have him as number 2, but he has 5 goals he has 5 goals, which I think is good actually compared to the other. So here's my point, people. Somebody text me and say some people shouldn't be nice squad, and the people that talk about going nice squad, I'm not care what they want to say. Somebody just text me and say some people should be nice squad. They're gonna be in the squad. They're gonna be in the squad. So that's the thing, people. So the question is, if I was a coach, I would be in a very difficult place. Very difficult place. Because I don't have players on form. And the question will be, will they be match fit to play and match ready to play? Now, if we are playing against, look, I think we have enough quality to come through the qualifiers. I think Trinidad is going to be the harder of the 2 games. Not because we're playing at home. I think Trinidad is the best team in the zone. I'm going to be honest. Based on what I've seen so far. Right? They lost to us. Very difficult game. Their midfield plays really, really well. I think we're going to look to beat Curacao at home. I don't rate Curacao that highly, to be honest, given what I've seen from them. I know Bermuda scored 2 against them. Trinidad drew with them. They didn't really they dominated us in the first half, but second half, they were at sea against us, and we just should have scored. So I love these logical argument, right? Which is basically the question wasn't where the person plays. The question was who had the better. I was told Cephas had by far the best contribution in terms of impact, in terms of goals, scores, and assists. That's what I was told. That's what I interpreted. Okay, center forwards should score more than your wingers. I totally agree with that, unless you're Salah or somebody like that, But that was a fact in terms of impact. I think Trinidad is a very difficult team. To me, they've been the better team they could have beaten Curacao and Curacao. They could have beaten Curacao and Trinidad. They could have beaten us at home. They've been unfortunate. But even if they beat us, it still may not matter to them, because it may matter to them if we beat Curacao. But then again, what's the goal difference between them and Curacao? Okay, if we beat Curacao, Curacao beat Bermuda, Curacao have 11 points, Trinidad's 11 points. It comes down to goal difference, right? So, yeah. Bless up, Josh. Josh, how confident is Trinidad about beating Jamaica and going to the World Cup? More than likely, you probably go to the qualifiers outside the World Cup if you win a 2 game. Amen says, how is Trinidad team not playing any football? They're playing in MLS and they have been over 2 weeks now. Yeah, but at least, Amen, the difference between not playing for 2 weeks and not playing at all, only playing practice. Because Emery, they still may be practicing Emery. Emery, they could be still practicing, you know. I'm sure York probably have them practicing some place somehow. While our players are getting no game time, so they're only getting practice time. So that's what my concern is, people. I didn't come here to be picking up players or beating up players. I'm just giving you the facts as they are and says it is a concern because football is about repetition. Football is about muscle memory. Football is about continuity. It's like everything that's in life. You're not doing it for a while. You may forget certain aspect of it. You won't forget the football, but the repetition, the game environment that you're in, the pressure that comes with that to produce, you want to normalize that. If you're Russell playing no football, it becomes challenging, right? If you're Dixon playing no football on the company national team, it's challenging. That's why you hear me complain about Russell, because Russell is not helping. Russell has 5 goals for national team. You guys tell me to see Russell playing in the middle. He's just not there. We need legs. Especially when we play the 2 better team, we need legs in the middle. Legs, you need a lot of legs. Right? You need legs. You need legs, people. Legs. You need legs. We don't have the legs in the midfield. We don't have the leg in the midfield. All right? We don't have the legs in the midfield. We need legs in the midfield. Now, I should look up somebody to see how much game time he gets. I know he gets pulled out of the game sometime. I hope so. You know what? I hope Aiden Collins sick this weekend. Hey, Isaac Aiden, Collins sick this weekend. Be careful if you lose your master. As I say, Jamaica, Collins sick. Not playing on football. Tell the coach you feel well. You have stomach issues. Let's see what Hayden has here. Hayden has played 7 games all season. I'll pull up the Hayden stat. Make you do that sometime, people. I'm in my own little world. Pull up the stat, looking at it and not sharing it. So I'm going to say Isaac Hayden. So Hayden has why now? Why we inconsistent enough? Look at Hayden, people. Start out playing a lot of football, on the bench twice, then play a lot of minutes. On the bench, then play 90 on the bench. Are they trying to manage his minutes? Because Hayden is, I hope. Well, you know what? We're not complaining about Hayden. You know why we're not complaining about Hayden? When you can get game time, you can get game time. And frankly, we want to put him in cotton wool and wrap him up. Let him come. We don't want him to play too much football. Put him on the bench. Hey, coach, please put him on the bench for this weekend game. Please put him on the bench. Put him on the bench. We have no complaints. We don't want him playing on football. We know minutes matter. We don't want him playing on football. The week before international window, we don't want him playing any football. But even Hayden is not starting every game. But when he does, at least he played, 161 minutes in the last 4 games? Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. It's very difficult, people. They're difficult. Josh says, Josh is from Trinidad, people. And he's smoking that thing. So I'm confident we will win because we have the ability to match the speed, physicality of Jamaica, but we have the technical ability that Jamaica doesn't have. Is that really true, though? Hey, so Josh, you don't think our players have technical ability? Really? So you're saying you're just better overall? Levi Garcia is a good player. Your left winger, I forgot his name, is a good player. You have decent players. And you've been better than us in the midfield, but we'll see what happens. When Jamaica play you with our full team, you haven't beaten us in a while, you know. When we play with our just local teams against your local teams, but you haven't beaten Jamaica in a while. Even though you were better at the stadium to me, you haven't beaten us in a while. So that's very optimistic, Josh. Yeah, you think you're going to beat us. But it's at your place. And you haven't lost there in these qualifiers. But you got to play away to Bermuda. You should beat Bermuda away. Bermuda's Bermuda. Bermuda's a Bermuda. One says, Mr. Galaxy, Burrow is the only striker on form. Gray's in form, and Campbell has been playing okay despite the numbers. I mean, great. It's a bad situation. Yeah, it's not the best situation. Wouldn't Bermuda need to beat Curacao for Trinidad to finish second? For Trinidad to finish second, no, they don't have to beat them. If Trinidad beat us and beat Bermuda, they have 11 points. Right? So if Curacao beats Bermuda, or draw with Bermuda, and then if they beat Bermuda, it depends on what happened in our game. For Trinidad to finish second, they would hope we beat Curacao, and the goal difference between them and Curacao gets them there if they beat us. So they were trying to finish second and go play in the playoffs, but they have to win their last 2 games and hope that we lose our last 2 games or Curacao lose to us. Yeah. And the goal difference works in their favor. So they got to score a lot of goals against Bermuda. So Kingston moves. How many passes does he make in given games? You know what? I don't want to go down CPAS route. I'm going to stay away from it. Go check the number of passes, actually. You say he has the ball a lot, which he does get the ball a lot. Yeah. If Trinidad comes out chasing the game, they could find themselves in trouble. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, they have to chase the game. They have no choice but to win. They have to chase the game. They can't afford to sit back. They have to chase the game. Now, the question is, do we have the counterattack? Well, we have Cephas on one wing. Even though he hasn't scored against Trinidad yet. And we probably have Dixon on the other wing. Or Gray on the other wing, I would think. Unless he plays Gray in the 10 and play Dixon outside. I don't know what he's going to do to the starting 11. Yeah. Hey, 1-1. May I ignore certain people 1-1. People try to disrespect you. On a continuous basis if you just ignore them and just move on. And time you start ignoring the people, it's done. We don't have the conversation no more. Until you get to a point where you get to be a pest and you get to be somebody who's just trolling people, we don't want to deal with you. We don't want to engage you. You can't talk all you want to talk. And time we're done, no. We stay a certain way. Yeah, amen, Ray. I would agree with that, actually. But Campbell, well, Cephas on the left, so he's not going to play Campbell on the left. He has Cephas on the left, he's not going to play Campbell on the left. That's not going to happen. Cephas is the preferred one, so he's not going to play Campbell on the left. Right? He's not playing Campbell on the left. I don't see that happening. Not happening. Not at all. Oh, that's a Cranky mashup day from McClanky this week with the stats and club performance and those. It's all over the radio. What do you mean? Oh, you mean stats don't matter, Odell. Come on, Odell, man. Stats don't matter. We're not picking no stats thing. What matters are you play for Jamaica. Is that my understanding is how we should be picked. The stats for your club don't matter. It's how you play for the country. Right? And then again, if you don't have any stats, you gotta only use the stats for the country. Most clubs use stats for the club. But if most of your players don't have no club stats, what you do? You know what which player I miss? I gotta put this up. I miss a player. Oh, I need to put up his stats. His numbers. God, this is important, people. This is important. Right. This is even worse than I thought. So this is Pinnock's numbers. Hey, people, you're not good enough, people. This Pinnock number, people. I thought these other people were bad. Pinnock even worse. So Pinnock was injured early part of the season for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pinnock has played 2 games? And these are probably, I assume that these are cup games. He's on the bench in 5. He only played 2 of the last 7 games. Get a lot of minutes in those games. Because in the back, he'll get minutes. He hasn't played in the last 5 games. You go back to what I was talking about, people, about time and about repetition and about continuity and about game time and managing game time and level of competition. It's great when you play in the Premier League, but if you're on the bench, you ain't playing no football. Now, your talent may come through, but how's your fitness level and how is your playing and repetition is not there. So Pinnock's stats are not digestible, to be honest. But that's not unique for the defenders, right? You know what? I should put up somebody else. Those are stats. Stats are important, people. Club stats are important. I know that some people think they are, Most people don't think they are, but they're important. They're important. They give you an idea as where what your players are doing. So Richard King is at St. Mirren in Scotland. He's involved in 8 games so far about. So this is Richard King, people. I'll put it up. So Richard King is getting game time, right? And he's going to get more game time, I think, or the center back. Wasn't center back for his team injured? So he started off as starter, 23 minutes. He's getting game time. On bench for 1 game, he's getting game time. There is no debate that King is getting game time. So he shouldn't be in a position where he's not match ready. He's getting game time. He's on the bench for 1 of the last. He's getting game time. A lot of game time. Compared to the rest of people, like a Russell or a Pinnock, he's playing almost every 90 minutes every game if you do a comparison. So King is not the issue. King is not the issue. King getting game time. I don't know how to do a lot of defenders for some reason. Because the competition in those areas is not that great. So sometimes you just go with what you have. Because it's known. It's a known commodity. If you have no competition. When you have competition like on the wing, that's when it becomes more important actually. Well, it's always important, but. So let's look at Dexter. Rotted. This is Dexter, people. Wow. We sure this is Dexter? Sure this is this year? Rotted. This is Dexter, people. Dexter is worse than most people. Dexter the worst. Dexter will be the worst of all of them. At least he made the bench the last time. I mean, when he come for the country, he play decent, but why? It's not a good people. This is a theme. You know what people not put more stats. Not put more stats. Because it don't matter, as we told them. It don't matter. But it's not a good look when our players not getting game time. Right? Dexter is young. So the bones them not as creaky. So he's in a better place, but still, he ain't getting we ain't doing more stats on no club. Club for stats doesn't matter. Because if you look at Dexter time for Jamaica, let me see Dexter time for Jamaica, which is a lot. Dexter has what? 14 games, 1 goal. Scored a World Day against Panama, didn't he? I was at that game. And Dexter played with that's how we go up. See, people, I think we should check the country and not the club, because if that's the criteria we're using, nobody now gonna play for Jamaica. But for country, look at Dexter stats for country. Dexter played enough. Why my computer messing up? See, Dexter gave them time, people. Dexter played enough. 99. Look, Dexter played enough. Last game come off for Ian Frey, because we are win easy. So Dexter not worry about no club team. He play for the country. And then we want to demand that these players get to the World Cup. But then I get no game time in the club. I like them club I play. Dexter, the League One in there. I like them I play in the Premier League, like with Pinnock, where it's much more challenging. But anyway. That's the stats, people. And I know some people don't like the stats, but I didn't make them up. Transfer Market did. Galaxy says, Hutchinson should run a little bit. Hey, Hutchinson. Hey, Omar, if you want to get game time, come to Jamaica. No, you're not getting on game time for your club team. If you want to get game time, come to Jamaica. We should get more game time than you get at Nottingham Forest. Can them buy from Ipswich for one of the highest price ever, £30-something million, and then now play you. So Hutchinson, if you want game time, come to Jamaica. You get game time, man. Hutchinson's a good player. He played really well for England under 20 when they won the European Championship. He's a good player. Like I said, just remember. I don't think Tyrese Hall is coming, people. I don't think Rico Henry is coming either. I'm not going to put my neck on a Bible, but I don't think Tyrese Hall is coming. I may do that with my neck. I don't think Rico Henry is coming, even though, because I haven't heard anything. And Rico, I know, has citizenship, though. So there's no reason not to call him. So it doesn't get called as a coach's decision. Conrad says, we're not a good team, Cranky. We Jamaica don't go after you playing at a high level. Yeah, I do think, though, we brought in Seymour Reed. He didn't get any squad time or bench time or game time. But if we're going to bring in Seymour Reed, why wouldn't we bring in a Tyrese Hall, for example? If you want us to bring him experience and see him in training, because I've been told that training is what the coach is looking at. So we bring in Tyrese Hall and see him in training, but he's not going to get that look in. And Tyrese Hall is similar age to Dixon, people. They're not much old. I think is Dixon old? I'm not even sure. So if Dixon isn't in the squad, why can't Tyrese Hall be in the squad? He's a midfielder too. Yeah, 30 is no longer old people in football. 30 used to be old. Let's be honest. When you hit 30, if you're at Chelsea, you ain't getting more 1 year contract a lot of times. But if you look now, there are a lot more players playing to mid 30s than before because nutrition has changed. The process changed. The data has, I'm sorry. Why am I using data on people's stats about their physicality? I apologize for data. Whatever they use, these things they use where they have it in some, Speed would say, Cincinnati had the iPads with stuff on there, whatever that is. Maybe it's pictures. That's why Cavaliers lost to Cincinnati. That's part of the reason, actually. I don't know what to do with the iPads. Maybe he's got drawings on there. Whatever it is that they have on those things, they're important to make sure the player is fit and they're not being overly exhausted and they balance out things. So clubs and country trade information about the play, where the players are in terms of their physicality. Physicality, I should say. Jason said, a lot of change from September to now. The good old days in August when 6 players were coming seemed like so long ago. Is that a dig at me, Jason Gooner? No Cameron Archer, no Greenwood, no Rico Henry, even though he has a citizenship. Let me just say that. No Max Herons, no Tyreek Mitchell. Yeah, none of them coming. All those players who I was told were, working on their papers, and it was far along. No, let me just say this. If the JFF wants some of these players, they can get them. That's all I'll say. It's my understanding if JFF wants some of these players, they can go get them. But you got to invite the players to allow them to come to Jamaica and get their papers. That's the first thing. Right? If you don't invite them, they can't just come on their own. Even though they put them on, the JFF does sometimes, people. And here's the thing, people. I make a lot of enemies for some reason. But I try to talk the truth. They give you a 42-man list and build up your hopes. And they know there's no way in heck some of those players are going to get called. They're not in the mix. But they do. Some players don't even have citizenship. They put them on the list. Why do you do that? That's so disingenuous. That's not right. Don't do that. Don't do that. Put them on the list as if they're going to be called. And they don't even call them to see if they could come in the window to get their papers. Because club have to release them, right? So anyway, we'll see what happens this window. We'll see if Rico Henry gets called since Amari Bell is out or not. But I don't have him in my squad. I'll put my team up again. This is my squad, people. For those of you just joined the show, that's my suggested. Not my suggested. That's who I think the coach and his, how would I call it? The coach and his staff and his boss will pick. Let me read that again. The coach, his staff, and his boss, I think this is the players they will pick. Now, could Ian Frey miss out? It's possible. But he played the last 2 games. Could he miss out for Rico Henry? It's possible. So then you have 2 left back. Then Lati could play right back with Dexter. And then you'd have 4 center half. So that may be a more balanced team if you call Rico to play left back with Greg Lee. You have on the right, Ian Fraser right back. You could put Lati on the right back with Dexter. And then you have Damian, King, Holgate, and Pinnock in the center half. So that's a possibility. I doubt it. In the midfield, I think we're still short. We need another midfielder in there. I mean, Lati can play in there, but I would expect the midfielders to start with Hayden, Bobby Reed, and Russell. That's sort of, to me, Russell just doesn't warrant it. And I don't know how to pick up front. I think Cephas will start on the left. That's a no-brainer for everyone, including the coach. Yeah. Give me 1 second, people. All right. Sorry, people. I respond to something. Yeah. Let me just say something. So, let me say a couple things, people, which is this. My hope is this, is that the team come together, come with an attitude of, you know what? Nobody can beat me. The one player, I think the player on this whole list, we have the whole 23. There are a couple of players. The most important player is Isaac Hayden. Even though Blake is important, but Isaac Hayden to control the game. To me, the player who has the biggest potential to be a game changer, I'm gonna get beaten on this. Just give him everything. People's form, where they have played, their experience. The player with the biggest opportunity, if he gets a chance to be a game changer, is Whisper, to be honest. And it wasn't about the Bermuda game and dribbling from half line. Everybody does that. The player is Whisper, to be honest. Whisper is in the Curacao game, the 10 minutes I saw, I was extremely impressed. Not about the Bermuda game, because see if anybody can dribble from half line against Bermuda, seriously. But in his 10 minutes on the right, when he got the ball, there was a sense of arrogance, which you just smile about for a young player that's playing in the Premier League 2 and the under 21. The arrogance was unbelievable. Unbelievable arrogance, which I love in a footballer. Like, totally love. Like, I like a footballer come and say, you know what? You can't take my ball. Me do what I want to do. Me not care what you want to do. I not care who I'm at me. Me go by them when me want to go by them. I think his confidence, I think his composure, I think his play was just something which I just smile about and says, how do we get more game time for this player? Now, he has to work on his defense, right? He has to work on his defense. He can't be not playing both ways. But he had a potential. Hey, haircut, Ben, let's bet some money. Let's bet some. I'm not really gambling on people. My life, I take people money. I'm not saying Rico Henry may not make it. It's a possibility. But let's bet some money about one of the players them on the list. Sorry, people. I can't help myself. I like take people money. I take me money all the time and bet me about football. Take him money all the time. I'm not giving back either. I'll give you a story. One day I took his money, but one day I gave his money to him was this. I gave his money to him one time. So we were watching a game, right? And I decided to teach him a lesson. Don't bet me. Because I don't bet unless me know me win. They're playing a game. So I'm watching a game on Paramount. And I have a channel, a friend of mine in London named Apollo. He has a channel called Arsenal 101. You should watch him, people. It's really good. Him and his staff doing the shows. Not a lot of people in the chat, but and he's come on my channel before him and Tony. So I was on their channel commenting, not being part of their panel, but just commenting in the chat. And the game was being played. And I saw where one of the panelists said, yes, right? And I'm watching the game. And I said to my nephew, I bet they score now. I didn't know they scored, but the exclamation he gave, I said they must have scored. And I said, bet. I said, okay, I know if I say $100, he's not going to bet $100 because he don't want to. He'll think that I know. I said, bet $20. And we bet $20. And he lost. And he thought I was predicting. Because it was a set piece for Arsenal. You know how that would stay, right? Set piece for Arsenal. Now I'm not going to know Arsenal score set piece. No, we score a lot of set piece. And so I won. And so I let him sweat for an hour before I say, you know what? Take your money back. Don't be betting me because unless I know I'm going to win, I'm not betting. I don't gamble. But I gave him back his $20. But I assume when the person said yes, that we scored. And I could have said yes for a great defensive play. But I assume it was because we scored. So, yeah, I don't really bet people. I don't bet unless I know I'm going to win. I don't bet I'm going to win. So I'm getting a lot of text from somebody here. And I'll text them back when I'm done with the show. But I'm not done with the show. It's 9 o'clock, people. Damn, I came on 7 o'clock. You know one thing I say about this old YouTube thing, people. First of all, I'm gonna say this. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, if you have not subscribed to my Balanced View channel, it's Balanced View. You know, I should pull it up. Let me do it. I didn't have it. Subscribe to the channel, people. I try to build up the channel. I got about 100 and something subscribers in the last 2 days, actually, on that channel. I did a show on AI and I did one on the election. So it's growing. It's now about 1,000 and it's growing. It's going to pass this channel in the next 2 months, I think, actually. I'm almost sure of that in terms of subscribers. Given the interest I'm seeing on topics outside of Reggae Boyz football, because Reggae Boyz football fan, they probably don't like my views. That's why they're not subscribed to my channel. But it's growing. I had 200 subscribers when we had the World Championship, and I know about 1,160. So it's growing much more than this channel, which is good. We need growth, people. We need growth. I need encouragement, so we not quit. I know say, so we have struggle with all the. As somebody said, me too thin skin for the YouTube, and they're probably right. I probably should get up. And it's a consideration, people. It's a consideration. But anyway, let me just say this. That's a Balanced View. Now I put Cranky live. No one subscribe to Cranky is all right. That's a Balanced View, people. Subscribe to the channel. You also only subscribe if you want to hear things outside of football. If you don't want to know outside of football, you don't have to subscribe. That's my view. If you want to hear things outside of football, whether it's about AI or politics or social, I'm supposed to have this judge come on my channel on Balanced View to come interview, and this is kind of strange. She agreed to come. I hope she don't hear me saying this. And I got concerned about her coming because I don't want her to say anything that's gonna cause any concern, right? Because she's a judge. She promised me that I asked her to come. She said she's gonna come. And then I started thinking about it, like, you know what? Maybe I should be more thoughtful about that, because you know how this is a very toxic world we're in with the people in Washington. It's toxic. And I've been warned by people from my previous life, previous in corporate. They call me about, I'm saying another thing, a lot of people call me about what's happening in Jamaica, like a lot. They know I have family in Jamaica from my corporate life, a lot. Text, call, how you doing, blah, blah, and we can help. I was like, no, it's all good. And they also the same thing. Oh, you're doing YouTube? I'm going to use a Jamaica term, mine, you're Trump. So I take that on advice, but I'm going to talk about it because it's, things I like to talk about. But I was talking about Judge, which is, I haven't pushed her to come because I'm like, this environment is toxic, man. It's not good. Toxic everywhere. What are you talking about, Flash? Is that how he died? I thought they said he died at home. I thought they said the 24-year-old died at home, Flash G. Now, I heard about that death. I read about it today. Now, why would he commit suicide running from them? They should do an autopsy. That's nonsense. I'm not buying that. Now, I know a Dallas player committed suicide a while back but he had crashed the car. Somebody got killed and he killed himself. That was years ago. But why would somebody commit suicide after? I don't know. That made no sense. I'm not going to touch this one. I'm going to leave it alone. He went to watch him. Yeah, I heard he went to watch him too. I think I said that on my channel. He went to watch him to see if he probably could fit. But let's wait to hear what happened on Saturday. Mr. Ben, let's hear what happened on Saturday. Haircut. They can't leave out Tyrese Campbell. Were they married to him? He's not married to the JFF or to the coach. They can leave him out. It is going to be an interesting Saturday, actually. It's the most important Saturday in Jamaica football, possibly ever. And people may say, what are you talking about? We made 98 World Cup. Yeah, but 98 is 27 years ago. It's a new generation. A whole new generation. Yeah, Eagle, it's a little bit concerning. Here's what's concerning about Gray. I'm afraid to call about anybody. People say you be negative. It's very convenient to miss a window and then all of a sudden you can play the week after people return. I don't like that. No, you could have recovered in that period, but how bad was your injury, especially the shoulder one? I am very uncomfortable when you miss an entire window and then you play the next week after the window closed. And now it's a 2-week window, so you could recover in 2 weeks. But I just, I don't want to call about people's commitment because I don't like to do that. And I can't assess someone's injury, but it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. I'll say that. It doesn't look right. Yeah, I know, Jade. I know it doesn't. Do the autopsy and let's see what happened. This is my predicted squad. Yes, Jason, my predicted squad. This is my predicted squad. Now, I know Lati Birdie hasn't played any football, so he's subject to being left out. And Ian Frey's new, but that's my predicted squad. Unless somebody's injured, I think that's the squad. Unless somebody's injured, that's the squad. And by the way, people, I mean, why anybody said, well, anybody give you, if it come out to be this, people give you information, all my sources have dried up. Like, them dry up. Something happened. I don't know what happened. I totally know what happened, but something happened, people. My staff sources, my sources, them dry up. Them coming like I want desert. So no source, we can't get no information. Me to come with enough information, even though I was managed in that situation. And you know what? I've thought about it. It may be a good thing because then I feel restricted about what I say and can't say. Right? I felt very restricted. So yeah. Felt very restricted, people. Very restricted about what I say I can't say. So yeah. Remember at this point, I'm not saying they fake injury. There's a difference, Jay, between you faking and you going the extra mile. Let me just say that. I'm not saying he faked any injury. He was injured. I saw him come off the field with his shoulder. It's just interesting he recover so quickly. But that's just me. Yeah, Flash G, they're playing better. They weren't great in 3 games against Chicago, Milwaukee. Who else did we lose to? But we beat the same Chicago team. We destroyed Minnesota last night, even though we started off slow. Why can't I remember the first team we lost to? We're playing better. Put it that way. We lost to Miami. Sorry, we lost to Miami. We lost to Miami. Won the first 2, then lost to Miami. Lost to Milwaukee. Lost to Chicago. But then we won the last 2. So we, not to digress on basketball, but Towns need to go to the basket, go down low, and play like a big man. Stop playing like a you know what. Go down low and play like a big man. Stop just shooting threes. You can't get foul shooting threes. Then they're long rebound, the other team is running. Go down low and go play down low. And actually he can drive to the basket and he's dunking nowadays. And spend some more time in the gym and put some muscle on. Do like Mesut Ozil. Or Mike Bibby. Go put some muscle on and go down low. We know you can shoot from the outside. Go down low. Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. We're a better team than Miami, especially when they don't have their point. Hero is out. We're better than them, actually. McLean is playing. Sweet reaction. Okay. No. You know what goes down, Jason? Because he get easy rebound and he keep missing them. Don't you know that he get like 4 rebounds from throwing? He doesn't know how to go up when he gets a rebound. That's why. But when he gets the ball and he drives to the basket, he's either dunking or getting fouled. If he's trying to shoot those little short jumpers or he gets a rebound, he doesn't put them back up. That's why his percentage is down close to the basket. He needs to take the ball to the basket, get a pick. He doesn't go to the basket at any pick. There's no pick and roll with him. That's crazy. Yes. No, he's dunking a lot. Yeah, I start watching basketball again. Let me see what else. Anyway, people, I'm gonna close out the program. And say this, a couple of things. One is this. I did have a little rant today, early in the day, about something that transpired, but that's a closed chapter. I'm not go back down that road again. Now close it up. It's not worth it. It's a waste of my time. I'm closing that chapter up. Waste of my time, not going down that road. We're done with it. Promise I'm done with it. People say me too thin skin. And that's true. I'm not gonna deny that. I'm done with that chapter there. Waste of time. Nah, help me. Second of all, yeah, but when he goes to the basket from the free throw line and dunk, Jason, that's not soft. Second of all, I do appreciate you being here. Before you go, people, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to my Balance View channel. You know I'm not even pushing Cranky Live channel anymore. Please subscribe to the Balance View channel. I'm trying to get that channel up and running because I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about. And I'm also going to start writing more articles because I stopped writing articles because I got busy doing other things. Close until tomorrow. No, I think it's closed. You know what my frustration is? You have a program and you see a program big and you're big, but you call it a Cranky. Wait, first of all, somebody texted me last night and say you're a nobody and you soon get canceled. I don't even know what that means. Like, people say these things to just be mean for no reason. And I smile and says, fine, I'm nobody. Why are you even listening to me if I'm nobody? And secondly, him and his sycophants, sycophants, whatever, they come on the channel and they talk about me every day. Like, go find another topic. Why they do that? The world has 1,001 topics you can talk about. Why are you so narrow in your thinking and how you operate? Why is Cranky, the little YouTuber with no subscribers, as you say, and is a nobody, and who thinks he's smart, but he's not smart? He doesn't know how to use stats. He's an idiot. He's a fool from New York. Why you keep talking about him every day? Like, that's weird. It's weird. And you say you don't watch him because you can't watch him. And I said to the person that let's not do the radio thing, people, because I'm going to digress by saying this. The radio thing is clickbait, is short. You don't get much time. You can't expound upon your point. You can't bring all the things. Let's have a 2-hour conversation. I will do that on a neutral channel, not my channel. Right? Jason Guna, I'll do that on your channel. I will have a conversation with him on any channel, say not my channel or his channel. We go to a neutral channel and we have the debate about anything you want to talk about, anything you want to talk about. Right? We can have the debate. But he ain't going to do that. He's not going to do that. He's going to be in his little world where sycophants can praise him and tell him how great he is. And that's how my frustration is. I come out here and expose myself in this environment. He doesn't do live on his channel. He only do 15-minute video. Gotta give him like 2 cents and move on. That's what he does. He doesn't even respond to comments in the chat. Huh? So that's not cool. At least I come out here and expose myself and take risk and say, you know what? Don't engage people. I'm going to get the pushback. I'm going to push back. Yeah. Jason said, take that someplace else. Not interested. All right, Jason. Try to give you some views. You don't want them. But I'm just saying, we'll do it on a neutral channel. You have to do it on my channel. But the man say, no, I'll come on my channel. But he wants me to come on his show. See, that's how he thinks. Because then you're saying this person is more important than you are. I come on your show, and you want me to come on your show because you called me to come on your show, and you call me to call in, but you're not going to come on my show. And then how does that work? That ain't happening again. We ain't coming back on your show. Your show is not that important to me. Seriously. But we won't go, like I said before, Jason, we're going to move on from that. Life is short. We're not doing that. So people, thanks for being here. I appreciate being here. Hit the like button before you go, people. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the Balance View channel. If you are interested in things other than sports, people, subscribe to Balance View. I try to get it up to 2,000 subscribers in the next 2 weeks. It's 1,000 something now. He probably will get. I'm confident he will get there in the next 2 weeks to a month. Give him the traction I see and give him. But I want quality subscribers, meaning I want people to engage on the channel, not just subscribe to subscribe so you can not engage, right? I haven't done a lot of live. I'm doing more videos on that channel though versus live shows. I do more live shows on this channel. What are we talking about? By the way, people, you know something? Here's my last point before I go. It's not Jamaica football. I was watching the Real Madrid versus Liverpool game. What I realized is that here's what I realized in football, people, which is very, very important, people. Very, very important. And that's what Jamaica lacks a lot of times. Your midfield is your gut. And if you're not eat, if your gut not work, you're in trouble. Now, a lot of people say your brain is this and you're that. But yeah, but you need your midfield, people. Because when I look at Liverpool against Real Madrid lost the game in the midfield now. Kamavinga, who's the other one? Tushameni. They couldn't match up with Liverpool midfield. And that's why Arsenal is so good. Even though we're forward line, we don't have no goalkeepers, we don't have no Jesus, we don't have no Havertz. Between Rice and Zubamendi and Eze or Odegaard, that midfield, people, which can control game, is very important. And I think that's what Jamaica challenges, especially against teams like Trinidad. Why I said, me I drop on the man and still I call him. Bless up.
Big up.
Who am I speaking to?
Well, you're speaking to Marley. I speak to a person that called for your show, man.
All right, well, yes, sir. You know, I mean, something I don't write down the names, you know, that's the problem I have sometimes. I need to write them down when you call it. But go ahead.
Yeah. We have to call based upon the whole saga between Magic, you see me? I listen you. No, because listen up, I listen you and I listen him. I listen both of you guys, you see?
Right.
I'm only say you're a fool, I'm only say I'm a fool. Because I grew up on Magic, you know. I grew up on oral chase as a sport analyst. So I respect him. You get me? I say?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm going to see you because, as I say, everybody have them say, and I'm not really wrong, but from a different point of view.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, me know what, me not going to say me are the smartest I'll try to get me, but me know say, me have good sense of humor, and me understand a reasoning. You understand?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to put it away now. Zane, because we're going to touch the topic where you say, statics. I'm going to deal with that part first.
Right.
Any single man in the world when I understand the statistics have a lot to do with it, they mad automatically we use that. But I'm going to show you what I make now, I have to jump on film side too. So statistics I will do, you know. I know I'm going to show you up on oral chase side why statistics not all the time go accordingly. Because a man cannot perform in our club in statistics up, but when him come to Jamaica, he just not perform, he just underperform. It's not saying don't good or whatever, but whatever reason, when him come, probably the players them when him around, him is just not. Him just what I put it now? Probably not up to. It's like in comfort zone. Put it away there.
Right.
You know certain A players they won't play comfortable because, but now when you play against probably some B players now where they're on a professional level where you depend,
Right.
it's just drop, and you might just underperform. That happens sometimes. So. He have a point when him say we have to go with where we are sit and perform in our because me I was strong hold upon that also, you know, Cranky.
Yeah, but let me stop you for a second and say a couple of things. One is his argument was this. You heard me and Kayla saying Cephas wasn't guaranteed a starting place in the team. And my rationale was we probably have 6 or 7 wingers, right? If Greenwood had come, we'd have Gray, Bailey, Greenwood, Campbell, Dixon, Whisper, Cephas. Traditionally, we have started Bailey and Gray on the wing. If Greenwood had come, he's a guaranteed starter. So only one slot for 6 people, right? So I said he's not a guaranteed starter. And I said the stats that he's shown to date, he's not playing for his club, so we can't use that stats. When he played for Jamaica, he hasn't played against the big teams. They're playing 2 big teams in this region. So he's starting. And when he played in the Gold Cup, he didn't play that great. So he's starting is not a guaranteed starter. He said 2 things. One is it seemed like I'm fighting Cephas, and 2 is I'm being divisive. Now, if I wasn't saying Campbell was great. I wasn't saying that, but I just said that Cephas not. All I said was Cephas not a guaranteed starter, you know. And I'm being divisive. I'm trying to create dissension in this camp. I'm doing all these things because in his mind, Cephas is an automatic starter. We have difference of opinion.
All right, never talk on that topic now. To me, right now, personally, we're gonna be realistic. The A-class ball them always double starter. Like me in the Demarai Gray them. Cause upon Demarai Gray winging play, right? So Demarai Gray start to me over him. Any day.
So would you start Bailey over him?
Right now, the performance of Bailey I give me no. Honest to God.
Okay. No, it's fair. It's fair. No.
I'm being
but if Bailey's fit, you would still start him over Bailey. If Bailey's fit.
No. Bailey has to start.
So my concept was my idea was wait. No one said no. My idea was everybody's fit, right? Everybody's fit, so he's not a guaranteed starter. Now this is not a starter and a guaranteed starter. No. Everybody's fit. Go ahead.
Hold on. Because you did say something, I'm gonna adjust that right. You say fit is different from performance. So I'm correct myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Because a while ago when I said fit, me put the same. He play like what me know, like Bailey. So if he play like Bailey, fit and I play the way.
Right.
100%.
So you wouldn't start Cephas, you start Bailey and Gray over Cephas?
I mean, I start Bailey and Gray. Remember that when you play on 2 different rings.
No. What I'm saying is this. So, okay, let's say it's Gray. Let's say it's Campbell, Gray, and Cephas on the left. Who would you start of the 3?
So, Bay, Campbell, and Cephas on the left.
Yeah.
But I start, and it's out of Campbell or the CFAS. You could have got right now as it is, as me say, why name underperformance? If you go up, him not perform. Me not like how being play, none at all. Me not go. But you know, give me a international play when me watch him play.
No, I understand.
So right now, Bailey is the number one in my book, but right now in performance, making that up on the bench. Me, right now. Until him working way back up. I don't know if him no, I don't know what I'm going with him, but something I'm going with him. So
right now, it's been injured.
No, I'm not talking about the injury, man, because when they play at the World Cup, disappointed.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
We underneath par, like we underneath him level. You get me? I say.
But he's been injured before that. I mean, he's been injured for the last year, frankly. To be honest, let's be honest.
All right.
He's been in a Villa team for the last year. He's been injured. So yeah.
Right. So if I injure him, cause him to play so well, understandable. Then that means I have to give and take. I know say him injury now I'll give him best. So that means if he can get back fit, if as we are saying, I start him. But if he go perform, I even see him half time and he perform like under par, I come over my field.
Okay.
Personally.
Okay.
But he would have start once him fit if me know just injury making did that play that way. Then I give him 100. So if him fit now, put it away. Put it say I injury that affect him, right?
Yeah.
And him fit now, him have to start on my team. So me have to be realistic. I mean talk realistic. No, me not really come and watch who better, who are local, or who are because me live fine too. But me have to just start facts. You see me, I mean this is when me hear to people to me call for our next program and me have to tell them, so listen, people need to move away from a man play for that big club there and play for that local club there. The end of the day, it boils down to statistics, yes, but at the end of the day, you put him out there and he want to perform, or if you perform, bro, you have to give him chance. You can't share with us. So remember, Bibi Gardner, you know, because we can go back 90 times my first World Cup, because I'm young, I'm 30 something. 90 times first World Cup, we watch.
Okay.
And we can tell you, Bibi Gardner and Linval this thing. So I think Linval this did injure, and Bibi Gardner must get the
No, I think it wasn't Linval. This was in the middle. It was I'm gonna tell you.
Sorry.
From I think from our view, it never come to me.
Yeah, I don't remember my name, but yeah, I just a chance and Bibi Gardner getting off the play because a ball and it injured.
Yep.
And when it turned out to be a good success. So when I try to say,
mess up.
It turned out to be a great change because Bibi Gardner could go, come and go far. But one of the biggest baller in Jamaica too. So it shows that sometimes things I'm for some look man under when I get look pan get a look of boss. So me never ever fight against that because I see I'm so much.
Yeah.
As I say right now, if Gray come at night side, Gray have to start to see for me. Serious.
So you're saying if Bailey and Gray are fit and
they're going to start for me.
So well that's the argument, right? Because the view was I'm saying 6 or 7 wingers are available. I said CFAS game is all I say it wasn't guaranteed, you know. He's not a must start, and I'm on the radio every day. Say me a fool, I'm an idiot. Maybe I am. I don't know.
You can't be fool. It is the reason why people are bashing analytical. It's just because people are saying, cause me personally, remember say our people look and see. You know, we see Bailey play in a World Cup, and as me say, I'm sure you agree to all on the injury. People are busy with them injury. People just watch when perform, and that people are look. And like me and you, we analyze and understand saying really injured. But me, as I said this, why if a man injured, stop forcing. You can't
look, but Bailey hasn't performed for the country as he had at Villa 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago, he was being touted as the next big thing, and he's falling off over the last year or so. So that's a fact.
So basically, him dropping our average with the CFAS, them meaning say him a bigger baller for them. Don't want people to come bash me no. We all know him a bigger baller for them in that better, but right now him drop to that level there. That means him injury make him drop to that level. So people are saying, you don't make a difference to me. Because right now you don't make a difference. If I level there, him go play, you can't start people, you can't start camera, you can't start anyone for me right now. Because it's like him drop to them level. And for a man drop to a man level, you know more than him then, basically.
No, I hear what you're saying. So you're saying CFAS should start giving where Bailey is today. Look, that's your prerogative, that's your perspective, and it's not one without merit, right? Totally agree with that.
Right. That's why I said people can reason for understanding. Me and you reason right now. And so we have an understanding. Not say me I say CFAS a better baller or anything, but we just think so right now, a situation where we're in now, you see me, and them have a look chemistry and play together. And me now grow on you, me now take this one because World Chase and me look into that. See, but watch every match, because I love football. Me sleep football, gym. Like when you talk about football, some love it. Yeah. So me can tell you this. Even though CFAS, him have a big edition when now all up in my head, but me can tell you this. see us one of the strongest points. Because we win, regardless who know about game, Jamaica strength of them winging it. Two wing them we play. We don't know midfield. A wing we have to pray for our wing them. Try to get the ball them to the wing of them for them run on the wing and square. And anytime see us make that square, that's how we get goal. But most of the time him do foolish. We can say that. But you still can't take a facts from him. Say him do him job for good on the wing. And that means I input anything. Input any team under pressure. Me go tell you that. The speed them have. Input.
Yeah, but I'm gonna ask you a question though, to be honest. So yes, he put teams under pressure, but when he plays against the Trinidad and Curacao in the last qualifier, did he put them under pressure?
Yeah, but upon the side, look back on the match if you think I joke. Because in play, first thing first, we think Jamaica just lucky if we win. Because we know all play and that. Let me say that clear.
Yeah. We agree on that.
But let us say this. If you look for the pressuring, it come from the wing, see him and see if us apartheid, we're not going to be biased. We cannot be biased.
Okay.
Because we don't have a midfield. We now play no. Let me tell you how I analyze. Every program I go people have to know say, because when they start reasoning, they say, I understand the game, and they say, I not talk rubbish. At the end of the day, I tell them, say, Bobby Reid, from the match start with Bobby Reid. I say, Bobby Reid, then the coach, I know he might try experiment, but he still try to put some man with enough play. And stop put Bobby Reid in that midfield right there, so like it's center or D-mid. They cannot do that because he can't manage it. A D-mid or a C-mid is a man who have to literally, first thing first, if you see me do play central midfield, he must have a ball angle. Meaning say he must can always take the ball I put it from left to right. He must just in the middle part, he must tackle, he must really just do whole ball angling. Bobby Reid is not that man for me. You know what next man. Bobby Reid.
But I think the Bobby Reid and the Lati, the similarity is the work level, right? They don't put in the work. They're not ball handlers in the traditional sense.
Right, exactly.
I'm putting the work. Yeah, I think that's why they get to play there. Beside, if you wanna secure your midfield against a Trinidad, you want some people who are gonna put in work. You have to do some work, you know.
Yeah, that's why Aiden and Palmer, which more people understand this now. The man of my best, you know. I don't think Jamaica now go better than them. That's why I work with them. I tell you straight. No, we're not let me feel like people. I didn't know we have to miss now. You know, we kind of look at this some. Which me gonna tell you this too. Me not going to jump and get too excited because when Palmer them play against bigger team, we come back to same nonsense. We don't look nothing. But Bermuda, everybody look good. I'm gonna tell people say as we ever said, there's levels. You can't judge a man based upon the team when they play because you play in Bermuda and look good. That don't mean you're good. Period. I'm telling you that.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because that's what I get beaten about. People say, well, that's only who you had to play, but we played Curacao and we played Trinidad. And the question we ask ourselves is, how do we do against those teams or the better teams in the qualifiers in this zone?
I will last. We midfield last every time we play them. And I'm not gonna be real. More people listening. We play Trinidad and Curacao and we don't have no mega. Period. And then I'm gonna make you understand this. Trinidad, Curacao, they're not on the level. As I'm not saying Jamaica go back because 90 me watching, but people understand 90 me watch. If Tiano with more team or we'll beat Mexico and we'll go semi-final or final. Remember in the World Cup. That team that walks to that zone right now. If I see a team that walk through it, meaning literally beat up everybody. Easy. Maximum point. So basically when I try to show you say we don't have no midfield. Because when Aston did Aston where Theodore they up in our midfield back then is a way better midfield.
So Amari, here's a question for you though, because 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, when we had Bailey and Gray and Antonio firing up front, we had a midfield of who we had in there, Speedy, a couple more people. We destroyed Trinidad 5-1 or whatever it was. We only struggled against. We draw with the US. You know, people say they're third team. We draw with the US. Should have beaten them when Bailey missed the penalty. So we had a team then, which that team to me would have walked these qualifiers.
That's what I'm saying. So it's the that means I explain. That's what I say. We jump back. I mean, say the team we even have now. Everybody, we level with Trinidad. That's why Trinidad them can look so excited to do this. And even have that talk and say if they can get a win with them. If I need a team we have, but they walk to. They won't even think that. Close and them have some 5 seconds. That's why I tell a man say, bro. We don't have nothing excited about because giant with a Trinidad or giant with a Curacao, more or less them are beat with. A joke. I mean, joke. We shouldn't even be excited about that, bro.
Yeah, it's disappointing where we are, given the level of competition. Even though we still have an opportunity to qualify, if we beat Trinidad and draw with Curacao, we qualify, right?
No, let me explain this.
Yeah.
Let me explain this. People ever say that. Mathematically, one team we need to beat and we qualify automatically. We don't believe it.
I know, but you got to think about all the permutations, right?
Yeah, but most want people understand, because people always say, Ray, the biggest problem we have right now, everybody will listen, the biggest problem we have is Curacao. If we even lose to Trinidad, not so one, but me just show an example, mathematically. If we even lose to Trinidad and want to get the win from Curacao, we still going to. Because Curacao only team can go over points that more than we. So what me actually say, we just make sure we beat Curacao no matter what. So we want to win Trinidad, but me going to show you this. Even if we beat Trinidad and can lose to Curacao, we still can't jump out.
That's true.
More like I go beat Birmingham.
Well, if we beat Trinidad and lose to Curacao, we probably end up in the playoff, which is not a place you want to get to. You know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, because playoff, if we go playoff, we're not going to work. We can't tell you that.
Yeah.
Let me tell people to understand this playoff thing. Because people think that playoff are easy. We're going to play against, we might get, we're not like we might. We're going to get one South American team. And the South American team, they don't know a Brazil, them team, they don't get up, them this team there. And them two teams, they automatically they're ahead. So we have to play like 2 or 4 games before if we win them match, if we even reach them team, because them team is like a better, the more ranked team. So them automatically get an automatical spot for the last leg a playoff. You understand?
Yeah.
Which now got easy for Jamaica. So we can't beat them, but we don't see Jamaica beat a South American team.
Or an African team. Yeah.
Or an African team, because African team United. Yeah. We might can beat the Asian team, but it's still rough. So when you look on it, we don't want to go down alone. We love that alone. We could just win the group, go World Cup that way there, because it's not nice. So people who want to think about second playoff, bro, it's more than difficult than what we have in front of us, right? Way difficult. So
yeah, the loss in Curacao was a really bad loss, actually.
No, we're not playing on. All right,
well, second half we had chances though, right? We scored a goal, we should have gotten. Now we missed some goals.
Yeah. Well, I this more I said to people. I'm sure people will understand. So me not talk foolish. You see, a match we play Curacao, we could have easily come out as victorious because we get more easier chance to score. Yeah. We could have win a match 3-2 or something like that. But because when we want to understand, we get more opportunity than Curacao. And only it will come back down to a Jamaica evaluate individual brilliance. More than understand, Jamaica always a scrape through by individual. We're not playing no teamwork. We're not playing no ball knocking. We're not putting no ball to the middle. So we just have to depend on way. We wing them, individual brilliance, like one whisper come on him, shift to man or whatever the case, maybe I will get one goal and blah, blah, blah. And then we think that we do good. Because only thing Jamaica plays, when we win, we play good. No, we don't play good. We don't play good. Because if we chin that much, we win, as me say, chin that for beat we. Because them is a run the outside and they are telling the truth. And people might say about it. Because it's just me analyze ball game different. I mean, watch the ball, more see the ball. It better my team play a ball, bounce, possession and everything, and lose. And we can say, no, so we have a good team, we play good. It's just like when Canada they go World Cup, right? Canada play damn good, Because they jump out every single match Canada play in the World Cup. They play damn good. I remember say team will come out of them zone go. Must say that's a Croatia. The Croatia they go. Must say semi-final or final. Do you remember?
Not this last World Cup. It was Morocco went through.
No, who did come? No, Morocco. Morocco come out of Canada zone, man. Where Morocco did go?
Morocco went semi-final last World Cup.
Okay.
But I remember what zone they came out of, but they went to World Cup.
Yeah, man, they come out Canada zone, man. I tell you. Canada is play. All right, you know what say? Last 3-4 years ago, last 6 years, matter of fact, last long time, 98 from here 98. Canada wasn't even a Jamaica caliber. Canada was like a Jamaica beating stick too. You think we can do that now?
Yeah, but I mean, those countries invest in the football a certain way, whereby they have made gradual increases in the quality of the team. The team become much more diversified in terms of the makeup. You look at Canada's team and how diversified the team is, and how diversity now permeates their team, and you can see the gradual improvement of both the players and the team. They've had financial challenges, but you can see the progress of their team, which we need to do as a country, as to the football. I mean, we have other bigger problems now than football, frankly,
right.
Given what transpired. But yeah, we need to do better.
We talk statistics. We talk facts now. Because you use that with Canada. Jamaica is no less than Canada because I'm going to tell you this now. On paper, I mean, I talk about the last 10 years, even the last World Cup gone. On paper, in the Caribbean, or in a CONCACAF, Jamaica probably rank with paper, me I talk, you know. Paper, because we not perform. We don't grab paper, we don't grab some good name on paper. Jamaica probably rank, but after US, Mexico, Panama, Canada, and
Costa Rica.
Yeah, Jamaica they rank about fifth. Because Canada never rank more than them. And I'm going to tell you this, we have ballers from people, we have been at table. We're international level, everybody in a club level. May I tell you? So that means that Jamaica always have good talent. It's just that some are going with JDF or or coach them just now. We don't feel like he coach them, now put the right team out there most of the time. Most of the time, Jamaica.
Well, I do think I shouldn't talk about the coach anymore. I've talked about the coach enough. I would say this though, that, here's the focus. Here's the focus from now going on. Here's the focus.
Yeah.
To be honest, the focus should be, you know what? We have to rally behind the team. So no more stats, no more criticism, no more challenges. From today on, because we've gone through the stats, we know what it is. We got to pick people based on what the coach does on Saturday. Whoever he picks, we're not going to talk about who didn't come. We're talking about who been asked to come, right? We're not talking about who 919 can no matter anymore. It pick already. We can critique after the 2 game done. Hopefully we win, so we're not criticize, we just celebrate. But when he pick Saturday, that's it. We don't talk about who if he come or not come. If Tyrese not come, if Ravel not come, it no matter. If Jamal not come, it no matter. Because they never get picked. Yeah. I'm not the coach's biggest fan, and I've said this numerous times. But the goal now should be to make the players feel very good that, you know what, the country's behind them. They want to do it for the country, especially given what happens, and that they have our support like we have their support. That's all.
No, 100%, you're right. Because me hear say something, and doesn't matter I say something, I have to listen to you because me know man understand about game. That's why some people don't listen to understand, people don't listen to this one quarrel. So this is what I'm going to say now. You say some point where me have to agree as Mr. World Chase say some point where me have to agree to. So what you know? Your point where you say you don't believe in the coach, I pick the team, me 100% agree with it because someone can just come and look. I always say this, someone can just come and look to match and say no go pick team. I don't even think the coach know the player them play for player like really they probably I don't think that. I just really don't think that.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's why some locally born players make it overlook like a Stewart or other players because the coach only know them. So if Miran Gardner suggests the players, he won't know about them. Somebody may tell him about them, but the question how he's not gonna go watch him play in Israel. He may get wise scout, but how much does he see? And levels matters, right? I don't know what the Israeli league is, but I'm just saying he won't see certain players. And he wasn't going to games in the early part of his tenure. No. He wasn't going to games. He probably start going to games now. I heard he was at Tyrese Hall game the other day, watching him. Even though I don't think he's going to pick him, but we'll see what happens. But he wasn't really going to watch games. And I was just very frustrated with a coach who, when I watch other coaches and hear like, Ancelotti's in Brazil going to games. Right? He goes to Brazil and go to games. Tuchel is in England going to games. Even when he was in Germany, he was going to games when he wasn't fully on board yet and when his contract wasn't fully solidified. So I just think a coach has to throw himself into the whole equation. If you're going to be the coach for the team and you try to get World Cup, you have to, you know what? You have to sleep and you have to tell your wife, say, you know what? Honey, now, see me for the next 6 months or a year, because me go sleep and drink this. Because me have to achieve this. When we're done, we can go vacation, we can celebrate, go World Cup, we can go in one cup. But right now, I'm alive this. That's how I view it.
So question though, the next question I want to ask you too. Because I like reason with it and I reason people and I like ball game. The whole Greenwood situation, right?
Yeah.
Because me a Jamaica ball fan. Me a ball fan overall. Because if Greenwood come in a World Cup, me still go share Jamaica. Me not gonna say but my personal view is me sit with oral GST because I 100% believe that if we Jamaicans make every type of farmer way to try to get you in the team, right? And you come none at all for the qualifiers, which they have so much issues and we try to solve them. The passport, the this, the that, and you come. I 100% believe that. Listen, because me a boss is Jamaican now, and that Jamaica, I think all Jamaicans is boss, I don't think we should bow. Basically, when we say bow, meaning like we feel beg you. Because in idea, we try our best, we arms, we call it in, you still not come. And remember, you still are playing in a league, so you can't say,
So since you say you really hard, man, I have a question for you. Would you beg a girl?
No, I'm not begging no girl.
Okay. Well, some yard man. It depends, no. So, me beg for a relationship. I say beg for other thing. I say beg for a relationship. No matter what. Would you go the extra? Wait. No, not beg. Can beg on the right term. Would you go the extra mile then? To impress her, to get her, to come, to deal with you. Because that's Jamaica do now. You might go the extra mile. Then I'm not begging on. But now I say, me begging on people. They might go the extra mile.
Listen, no. At the end of the day, listen, no. Explain to you.
Yeah.
I would go to a certain mile, you see me? But I'm not going over because once you start do extra, you already lost that woman already.
All right, so I have a question for you. Isn't it about who benefits more though? Who think benefit more, Jamaica or Greenwood? If Greenwood complete with Jamaica, who benefits more, Jamaica or Greenwood?
I think Greenwood will benefit more in a case of why. Why never say that no one listen why?
Yeah.
Greenwood cannot play for your country right now because England don't want it. And in everybody's career, you need to play international. And World Cup is one of the biggest tournaments, biggest cup for any player.
Yep.
Any single player. You know, matter which country player, could be small or big, because once you're at the World Cup, you're at the World Cup. It doesn't matter at that point, it doesn't matter which team you play for, because you are in the World Cup. So we all know same can't be England. So that out of the jar. So it would have benefited him now to get a cap in a World Cup by playing with Jamaica. So it more benefit him. Jamaica, however, now, if him even come to Jamaica, him one can bring Jamaica to one semi-final or one final or one whatever. So it's still not going to make a difference. To me, meaning say, I not expect say if him coming at the team, yeah, we're going to look better. Yes, guys, a big ball, and of course, I love him to come. I'm still going to cheer for him if he come. That's why I say I'm a real Jamaican. I'm going to cheer for him, no matter because I bet or wait it. But if you ask me, if with him coming at the team after we do, no, period. Because I believe just the same say certain sanction have to take. Because it's just like if me come, me I want in just like Walter Boy back in the 90s, or him in Myers and don't go chain in another way. He's a good baller, but because he's a good baller, he should play. No, discipline. So even though discipline reason with him now in that situation, it still is like a way we are begging and he does not come. We arm him still not come. So
you know what's interesting about that? Because the Greenwood situation is not unique, right? So we have it's not unique in terms of now anyway. So we have Hudson-Odoi and Nketiah, both who are of English born but of Ghanaian descent, right? And there's a big debate about them too, because the last World Cup, they went to the World Cup, they asked them to come, they didn't go. Now they didn't play in the qualifiers, but now the inference is that at least Nketiah wants to go, right? And some people are losing their minds, say he shouldn't go. So it's not unique to Jamaica in terms of some of these players.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Ghana. Ghana is saying they didn't want it because it's the same thing going on as well. Ghana people are saying not taking because they come and I say to me that Jamaica, we are really remember Jamaica and Ghana, we are ancestors Ghana too. So I guess it rub off on because I see that's why I believe that's why more Jamaicans not with him. I don't think Jamaica don't want him to come because every Jamaican knows a good progress that are going to the team, but we just believe so. To all we are calling. Remember now, the first stage. I didn't come fine because a man cannot know we are in mind. I wouldn't say him away in mind because we want to be in the line. It's a big choice man make. So we have to understand that. But when we reach the World Qualifier done and him come, bro, we're done with it, bro.
Look, I'm not gonna beat anyone who believes that if we decide to go in either direction, I think Rudolph Speed basically says that he would welcome him in, given the implications he's gonna have to the national team and to football at large in Jamaica. And the impact they think he could have given, and I think he utilized, maybe it was Messi or somebody as an example of that situation. So I understand that. Green is a very well respected footballer, even with his problems that he's encountered. My only thing on this, because when I first heard he wasn't coming, I was taken aback. I did a show on it and I was scathing. I was so upset, right? Then I calmed down and thought about it and said, you know what? Look, he's still a young kid. And part of the issue is that I don't think the decision made by Greenwood is made by Greenwood himself. I think it's made by Greenwood's camp, right? I've never heard Greenwood say a word about Jamaica. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I haven't heard him say anything about Jamaica, negative or positive. Right. And I get the feeling that, look, he hasn't had affiliation with Jamaica, and sometimes kids don't feel connected to the country, even though we feel connected to them because we want them to come, and they have a quality that we want to bring to our team. And I think at the end of the day, I am not sure he's making a decision in his camp. I think the other parties, I mean, remember before he wasn't going for his passport, his mom, they were saying that his mom didn't want to sign some papers, right? So I don't think people were receptive to him coming. We don't know why he got his passport. There have been different reasons about him being deemed a more local players or exempt player versus whatever the situation is. He got him, and now he isn't coming. And we just gotta move on. If he comes, he comes. As Rudolph said, it'll take him. So if he comes, he comes. If he doesn't come, hey, it is what it is.
I think come never cheer. Because I think never say, oh, I'm not with Jamaica. No, men are stupid. Men of them it done Jamaican way attack the man to say. But me would have vexed, no, because it just goes to show say come here, we have to bow for this man. But we still a cheer. Because no, a Jamaican I play for, a Jamaican I win, we don't care. But we just as simple as say, by right, I believe say if you don't play the qualifier, you don't get the chance. Come next year then, brother. Come show if you really mean it then. But you just come after a food to ripe, you want to pick it. And that's how you go.
Yeah, Carl, I appreciate the call, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, man, and continue the reason, man, and but world chasing the debate so we can get
all right, sir.
We respect him and we respect you, so and if you say me know say world chasing, I don't want to fool when it comes to sport. Because I say go up and watch world chasing.
Yeah.
And you see better internet man where know about the game. But you just attack fan statistics and more modern way now, you see it. Me world chasing probably just go straight off a backfield time when just go when see my work with. You get me I say?
Yeah, man.
I can fight a man for that because if you see somewhere I work for you, I feel like you continue to. That's why I tell you say if we see them use the same man will give a result.
Yeah.
Me not go complain.
Yeah,
I come and see them change and put on BL them, me not complain because to me them are better. But 100% right now, if the performance of BL give me a World Cup, that him will give me infinite on the bench. 100% for me.
I hear.
If you going give me the performance where women who has BL, of course if you start without even question.
Yeah,
man. So big up again now, my general.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Good call, Marley. Yeah, if I put man on the phone, thing on my phone, you name my phone. But like people call and then me ask what their name is when them call multiple times to the program. Let me close up by saying people because I've been on for about 3 hours, and a lot of you have been on with me for the. Come on, world traveler. You get two world traveler. You don't fear no world traveler. You get 1 minute. 1 minute. Cause me have to go 1 minute for 3 hours, and you wait for the last time you call me. You know me, I leave.
You
don't like me, no, my youth. Someone else say no like man, but you don't like me, my youth.
We just coming. All right.
Me come up. Me done. 1 minute. You get.
No, well,
1 minute. 1 minute. You're 30 seconds in.
I was at the studio and I missed the program start and I said,
I get no more new songs.
I said, well, Cranky, it's a marathon, but tonight.
But that's the 3 hours. I'm the 2 hours, 5 hours today. No? I'm tired, man.
Let me not tell you. So, we just reaching Regine. But I said, you are Maverick now. Big saga go on between 2 hours, you know.
No saga not going on. Me done. Me retire the saga. You can't call me what they want. Me done with the nonsense. Me done with the nonsense.
You go walk on Maverick. I them think I'm love, you know.
Yeah. Me done with the nonsense. Them can call me what they want going forward. In fact, I'm going to the same program, and people don't text me about Maverick. You know the worst thing was I text me, I get now. I'm gonna text. Big text from people that say, "Oh my, the man have destroyed, the man have dismissed you, the man have violated, the man appeal." You know, Jamaica the people stay people. You know them stay them. I give it hard and then you know, hey, you know, Maverick I talk about you know. I'm saying, wait. A man say, well, you know, Maverick can make you famous. Me say, no, infamous. You know, famous. Yeah, somebody famous, you talk good for them, make you infamous.
All right. I don't know Maverick, but some of them points them, I agree with him still.
All right.
Because some of them points them. Because me really I go after the eye test. At the eye test, me really I go with. It's not where I go with the Manheim Club. Me I go with the eye test. See? I want me see them 2 man there perform for Jamaica. Me like when I see them done. See fast. I have a problem with him. End product. That's not the problem we have with him. What time when him show up good, and then that time just come back to him old self and start to pay foolishness. So that's the thing. But he's a dangerous brother up on the flank when they attack.
Yeah, my only thing about that is that we all agree that CFAS has something to contribute to the national team. But the numbers don't lie, even though the numbers don't tell the full story.
I'm not
we all agree.
numbers.
We all agree. No, but we can't. People, let me just say this, and you're part of the challenge to World Traveler. You just said this today, you can't contradict yourself. And numbers run the world nowadays, you know. Numbers run the world. A stem run the world.
No, listen.
A stem run the world.
Listen, we have strikers. We have strikers who are supposed to score a goal. If CFAS can deliver the ball to them the right way,
for them to put it in the goal. What you worry about Cephas and scoring goal for?
No. We're not saying scoring goal. We're talking about.
No,
So
but
wait. When we talk about Cephas, we talk about decision making. It's not even just about scoring goal and assists. It's decision making. You get the ball at the position, we get him up to score. You don't get him, we miss an opportunity to score. Right? And it's not all about the stats. I agree. The eye tests, the stats are important. I use the terms qualitative and quantitative factors. The quantitative stats, the qualitative is what you see and things around you which are not apparent in the stats. They don't show up in the stats, but they're part of the assessment process. Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to ask you this again now. You say Dixon don't perform well with big team, the bigger teams. I mean, no.
I said Cephas. I said Cephas doesn't have any great stats with the bigger team. That's what I said.
He never go and go against Trinidad out here, for real. And look like him tired quick.
Did he go against Curacao?
No.
Okay.
That team there was a makeshift team. Wait,
but he was great against Bermuda, and he was great against Bermuda twice, right?
Listen.
No, but just ask that question, yes or no? Wait. So after tonight, we're not talking about anything negative about the team, which may be deemed to be negative. This is the last discussion about stats and Cephas and Dixon and who the player will play. Because after Saturday, we're going to talk about positivity, about the team, about the players, about who've been selected. And we're not talking about who not get selected. We're going to talk about who gets selected and how we can help them, not necessarily psychologically, but in terms of support for them to do well. But keep going. Yeah. 1 minute up and on me. I give 1 more minute. You're 1 minute up.
No, man. Dixon and Whisper. And them two man on my right flank.
Okay.
Leon Bailey come third.
Leon Bailey is injured.
Leon Bailey will start.
Leon Bailey get injured.
Yeah, man, no, but he's not in my team right now.
Okay.
He's not in my team. And as I tell you, I don't like when Leon Bailey play in that team because when he play in that team, the team don't seems to click. So even though we don't play fancy ball, but at least when we go for a win, we go for a win. When Leon Bailey in that team, boss, we look stagnant.
Look, I get beaten for criticizing Bailey, so I'm not.
Then I true. You get beaten for criticizing.
But you don't watch me channel World Cup.
No, but you know, so you have some Bailey fan. You know, you have a Bailey fan about the car. One of my bridge, you know, I go stay with every day. He's a big Bailey fan club.
You know, he has a lot. He has a lot of fans. He's a lot of fans. He's done well. He's done well personally in football now. That's how to be.
Yes, but
yeah.
Well, you go for merit. I go for that.
Okay.
See, I let you go after, you know. That's right.
No. I go after everything. Don't say I just go after. I go after everything. I go after your pedigree. I go after your club form. I go after your form for the national team. I go after how you approach things from a cultural standpoint. The team in terms of how you engage the organization. I go after everything. I think about every factor. Well, a lot of factors that informs how you contribute to whether it's your club team or your national team. I do think about those. It's not just you know what, he scores a lot of goals and that's just it. But stats matter. At least to me it matters. Some people don't matter. But anyway.
I'm going to Dixon then. Anyway, still, me I make you run still. I'm going to take a rest.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the call, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Respect, man.
Bless. People, that's the last call. I'm going to take no more call. I don't want to disrespect nobody when them call. I'm going to take it up. Final points for the evening. First of all, each of you who have been here for the whole evening and those who come and go, because it's been a long evening, I do appreciate you being here. It's been an interesting evening, interesting conversation. As I said before, I hope you guys hold me to this, which is whatever team gets selected is the team for the World Cup Qualifiers. We don't have no time for no negativity. Whether we like it or not, I saw it go. We don't want no complaint, but who no get selected? Whether Tyrese no get selected, whether Rico Henry get selected, whether Green Zane now come, it don't matter. Whoever is here is what we go have, so we have to live with it. And I hope I stick to that myself. Because, something we get hypocritical. We say things and then we get vexed when it's to certain people. But anyway, a lot of our players are not playing a lot of football. We have to accept that. It is what it is. Let's hope they find their best form, their best playing. Let's create the best environment for them. I can't be in Jamaica for this 2-game series. Let's say I have some stuff that are challenging here. But I hope those who can go down for the game, especially given what happened in Jamaica, can go down for the game and support the country. I hope the team can give the country that lift that it needs in every way, shape, or form. Given what transpired in the island, and if Jamaica go World Cup, it will lift for people's spirit. Even for a short while, because those who are in dire need and dire situation, you're not going to fix that, but it gives you something to smile about. Right? And last but not least is this. If you can help the country in any way, shape, or form, financially, psychologically, whatever it may entail, please try to provide that support. Financially be best. If you can give some money or send some clothes or send some barrel or what you can do. There are a lot of people providing help. A lot of countries, a lot of people are running around the country. Understand the severity of the situation. Understand how bad it is. I had a number, like I said before, I was talking to a friend of mine. A lot of people are, even though I don't like Musk, he provide a valued service. You know, people know I buy Starlink at Jamaica. Yeah, right. Jamaica soon full of Starlink people. Whether it's the Wi-Fi construct or whether they get the free phone service now and probably subscribe to them going forward, it's a lot of people. So even though I'm not a Musk fan, because I think he's racist, I'll be honest, he's providing valued services. That's going to help the country quite a bit. And we have to appreciate that, regardless of what it is. My last point is this, which is going to be negative. It's going to be negative. If you're the United Kingdom, which has raped and robbed Jamaica of its resources for years before independence, where we have sent you a lot of our human labor and human intellect to help your country, both in World War II and subsequent to help rebuild your country, it's not appropriate to give the country just over £7 million to help it rebuild. I'm sorry. Jamaica shouldn't give back the money because you cut off your hand to spite your face. But it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. And people should call them out for this. You're still a rich country, even though you have your own financial situation with the NHS and all of that. It's not okay for you to give the country that you have taken all the sugar from and all the sweat. And it's not okay, people, to give what you give. There are individuals giving more than that to the country. I mean, I don't know where you are. But anyway, I shouldn't end on a negative note, but it's very frustrating to see who you consider to be a friend. And we still have Privy Council in England. That shouldn't Privy Council, that nonsense, man. Anyway, people in Jamaica, I hope your situation gets better day by day. I hope you get the supplies you need to help with you and your family. And I hope things continue to improve significantly. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. Have a good evening. And we look forward to the squad dropping this Saturday at 11 a.m. Peace out.